Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back after far too long of a delay to Heroes Give Chase. We've been away for a bit due to people being busy. There was some modelling, there was some moving, there was a wedding. There's been a lot going on, but we are back. We are back for this week. Next week we will have another week off, but we will hopefully get back to our weekly schedule after that. But we wanted to just get in here and play some Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome to episode 25. I didn't think of something for 25. Other than that is the age that apparently Jinxie looks like she is under, and therefore they have to check her ID here in the UK. Which happened, and of course she did not have it with her, so that was fun. Also, you may notice some different things about the stream. For starters, the fact that I have replaced my white room with a different white room. This is because I have moved. Kedrick is muted / deafened. I am assuming he's chatting to someone else. It'll be sorted. Kedrick is deafened, so I'm sure he'll be back with us in a second. Either way, this will be changing again in the coming weeks. You may also notice that Jinxie is on the wrong hemisphere. No, she's on the right hemisphere, sorry, but she is actually in a different country. She is over there.
Sorry about that, guys.
Currently. It's all good. Welcome back, Kendrick. My door is on the wrong side, the room's on the wrong side, but this is all going to change in the next week or two in a little anyway. So, before we move it too much further, it's been 2 weeks-ish since we last played, so let's talk about what everyone has been up to in those 2 weeks. I will start with the fact that, for starters, I have moved, and I'm going to be moving again very shortly, so that's fun. Helped my housemate move, and then I'm going to move again. Streaming will continue as much as I can within those times. Went to my brother's wedding. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. My brother Daniel and now Kat, Mrs. Ivory as well. They were very happy. It was a wonderful ceremony and had a lovely time. And yeah, also been playing some Underlords. It was fun. Cool. So, and cast the Division S finals for North America. Really fun series. Really cool to watch. So yeah, had a good time with that. Cool. Faye, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to this past 2 weeks? Pretty much just streaming and playing a lot of TFT. Ranked came out, so just been grinding that, playing in tournaments here and there. Started a new show on the Heroes Art channel called The Gooms, which is also with Crow.
Ooh.
Aw, fun.
Every other Monday, I think. So that's pretty much it. Just a lot of streaming, a lot of TFT.
That's pretty cool. For those who haven't seen it, could you explain what the Goons is?
It's just me, Crow, and like our friend group just playing TFT and just being silly.
Nice. That's pretty dope. All right, Kendrick, what have you been up to?
Hey, what's up, guys? Haven't really been up to too much. Cast a little bit of Warcraft 3 with Grubby. Had a good time there last Friday. Streamed a little bit on my own personal stream. Yeah, I'm just trying out a bunch of things at the moment. Trying out different games and see if one of them lasts. Currently in the Dota 2 mood, just trying out the MOBA and
I saw
see how it
you've
goes.
been playing that. I hadn't had time to tune into the screen yet. How do you the stream yet? How are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it quite a lot, actually. I think it's like what strikes me the most about that game is the incredible client. Like, it's so smooth. You can do so much. So many cool features, like you can watch friends play, you have inbuilt stats after every game. It's just like quite complex, but in a good way.
It's pretty cool. Who's your main at the moment?
My main at the moment is probably Dragon Knight.
Dragon Knight? That's pretty cool. But in the very short time I played, it was all about that Rubik. Because why limit myself to one spell list? Alright, Jinxie, what have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
I have been hanging out with Tetcher. I went to the wedding also.
She's just over there. So close but so far.
I did some modeling for my hairstylist. As you can see, my hair is now bright red. When I'm not wearing a headset, it's like a giant mohawk. It's pretty cool, I think. What do we do? Yeah, I went to the wedding. Went to London. We played a little bit of Underlords. We streamed some D&D on Saturday. That was exciting.
We did. That was fun.
It's a very, very silly session. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch the VOD. I think you guys would enjoy it. Yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've just been, imposing on Tetcher.
We exploded
Eating his
some...
food,
I really
sleeping in his
would.
bed, hogging it.
I really would recommend Jinxie's D&D stream. It's very fun. It's Jinxie Cat on Twitch. It's very, very fun. In the last session, we exploded some plants and nearly died to a self-imposed fire elemental. But it was very silly, very fun. Would absolutely recommend it. Alrighty. Oh, and alerts now work on that stream, so yay. Alrighty.
Oh yeah, if you guys go and follow, you can see my big fat sad dragon.
During the stream, so save them, bundle them all, tune in, get that viewership up, get Jinxie affiliate, be cool. Alrighty, and Crowan, what have you been up to the last 2 weeks or so?
TFT and more TFT. I've been playing TFT out of my mind. I've been super grinding that. Yeah, as Faye mentioned, there's the Goons show, which should be every Monday or other Monday. And tonight, actually, there's going to be Heroes Hearth TFT Fight Night, which Casanova and I will be casting, and Faye will be playing in. That should be 8 p.m. Central. So yeah, tune into that. It should be fun. Yeah,
Oh, that
mostly
sounds
just
fun.
TFT.
I might set an alarm for that. That sounds really fun.
Oh yeah, what time would that be our time?
Central, so
It's
like 1.
1?
It's like
5 hours after us, so 8,
It'd
9,
be like-
10, 11,
So 5
12,
hours after?
1.
It'll be like 2 hours after this show ends, roughly.
So yeah, about 1-ish.
Neat.
Cool, we can watch that in bed.
We'll be up.
Alrighty. That's what we've all been up to in the last week, as this blind fails to keep the sun, the very tiny sliver of sun, out of my eyes. Let's get ready to talk about what happened in the last session. In the last session, the group, continuing their investigation of the farm, Sartre, Kaizan, Leonhardt, and Shivari, they were able to, via some investigative skills, discover some of the townsfolk were getting sick, and this seemed to be a precursor to exploding chests and removing of internal organs. Also, thank you very much, Kenneth, for the host, and Bahamut for the sub. The group, after more investigation, and Leonhardt getting a first-hand, face-first encounter with what appeared to be a sort of... what are they called in the aliens? The chest bursters, do they have a specific name? I don't remember.
A yikes noodle.
A yikes noodle. A close-hand encounter with a yikes noodle. The group proceeded to investigate where it came from, found out that the creatures had likely been hiding in the rabbit holes and slowly devouring the local rabbit population. In doing so, they slowly, via some courses of deduction, tracked what they believed to be the source and result of this down to the neighborhood farming girl, who'd been doing a lot of stuff with pesticides. They've been keeping the local plants, the strawberries, very healthy and alive, and it was nice. Sue seemed to just be a charming person. And then she charmed person. With after the group decided to begin accusing, she was able to drop a sneaky modify memory onto Sartre, causing much confusion and a small amount of inter-party fighting. In the chaos, Sue attempted to flee. Attempted to escape the group, as everyone had managed to track her down to her house, and she attempted to run away. This, with Kaizan in the party, went about as well as one could expect. As Kaizan and Shivari were able to together blast the shit out of Sue, and Leonhardt was able to hold off Sartre for long enough to knock Sartre out of his daze and bring him back in with the group. In the fight though, Sue, when she was taken down, her form dropped to show that it was in fact a satyr that had managed to disguise itself as a human female and sneak itself into the village. It then tossed a gem into the well, resulting in what appeared to be a large blue frog-like creature bursting from the house of the first victim and engaging with the party. in doing so. Lots of hits were taken. But overall, I hope everyone's fine in terms of...
It's me, I think. Go
Well,
ahead,
I-
continue. I'll fix it.
Okay, no worries. If I have to, we'll change the server and hopefully it'll be better.
I think like on my Discord, the quality is a little bit lower than normal.
My quality is definitely potentially a little bit lower than normal because we've moved. The internet's a little slower.
Yeah.
But we can switch server quickly. Let's do that now because we always end up doing it anyway. So let's jump to US East. Okay, so hopefully this is better for people.
Actually looks better now.
It actually does.
Yeah, it
as
looks
I
much
saw
better
it.
to
Alrighty, well everyone's here, everyone's in, all good. The group entered into combat with the blue frog-like creature and proceeded to slay it hard. But after Leonhardt took quite the solid hit, a good claw with these bone-like protrusions that came from the creature's hands, Leonhardt then began to feel sick. This was immediately rectified by Satra, who healed it out of him. As it turns out, you begin to get a good idea of how these creatures reproduce. And in a short interrogation with the satyr, he admitted that he had come here to try and grow an army of Slards, which is what this creature was, in an attempt to stop the Modrons, as the Slards had been successful at removing the Modrons from their home plane of Limbo. You then tied him up, gagged him, and decided to take him home. And that is about where we left off. So you met up with the quarantine. You were able to talk your way into the fact that the quarantine was fine and could be lifted. And with that, I believe we picked up with the rest of you heading back to town. With your
Yes.
prisoner in tow, Satra knowing where to take him. But you have a little bit before you get back to town. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
I would like to let you all know that you'll be compensated for all the good you've done for the realm these last few days, and that's on me. I promise I'll make it so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I want to do. Let them know I'm gonna get them some cheddar.
No worries. Here's what you have some time because I have to scroll up in the chat to remember what amount of cheddar I said I'd give you all.
I know what it was.
You know it? Could you just send it to me
Yep.
on Discord?
Yes.
Thanking you. Cool. Alrighty. Hooray for phones. The third monitor.
Ooh,
Wait, you want me to send it on the phone? I'll send it to you on Snapchat.
Yeah, no, just on Discord. I have it open
Discord?
on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Kaizen will say, where will this one be taken? Will there be a trial of sorts, or what will happen?
I suppose he'll be taken to the royal dungeon, and yes, he'll be tried, and if he's found guilty, that remains up to the court, I suppose.
Okay.
Well spoken, indeed.
Okay, thank you.
I also have the Manticore head still with us, right? Yeah.
We do!
You do, yeah. That's still sitting on your cart that you took with you. Actually, no, you didn't have a cart, so I guess it's just hanging off one of the horses.
I think I remember I put it on the floating disc.
That was it.
Oh,
So yeah, I
that's
assume
right.
you re-ritual cast floating disc to
Yeah.
drag this back with you. Who's holding on to the satyr?
Kaizen.
Kaizen is holding. It will be riding with the satyr.
Are you riding behind him, ready in case he tries to bolt? Just
All right. He's still gagged and bound. You guys continue your way back to town. The journey is uneventful. You take a quick break and an uneventful long rest for the sake of everyone has now leveled up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Someone gets
What
their
a
long
good
rest.
level it is.
It's a good level. Everyone seemed very excited about the
Excellent.
level up, so I'm excited.
yes.
Alrighty. The group finishes their journey, makes it back to the city of Holm. And upon arriving, the guards come out to greet you, having been pre-warned that you would all be arriving. And with that, they come up to you. You can see about 6 armed guards and 1 mage from the academy is with them as well, seemingly being warned about the magical capabilities of the prisoner. The guard comes up and goes, "We can take it from here, Prince Sartre."
Oh, please, address my good friend Leonhard. He's the one that did all the hard work.
Sir Leonhardt, do you wish to relinquish this prisoner to us, or do you wish to accompany him to the stockade?
Thank you, Your Grace. This one is a special one. No offense, and I give a salute to him. I would like to oversee this matter personally.
Of course, sir. We shall lead the way, and thank you on all sides. Alright, with that.
Very good.
With that, you were all led in a guarded procession through the streets of Holm. The odd look from the local populace, but they see the insignias of Homeland Security surrounding. They look inside to see if they've got a prisoner, but they see Leonhardt in Homeland Security garb and Sartre in Paladin garb, and they're a little bit placated, but they could see the very clearly tied up satyr, which does draw a fair amount of curiosity. You obviously don't see many creatures like that around these parts. It's very uncommon outside of on this plane, in fact. You're led through town all the way to the palace, and then around the back of the palace, where you're led down a large stone ramp, just off the side of the street through some old wrought iron gates, and then through another set of wrought iron gates, under a bridge which goes beneath the moat. And you find yourselves in some tunnels that run just below the courtyards. You can see the odd hole and the odd watch points there. You can see in defensive scenarios, perhaps archers or people with large vats of tar could defend this position if it was broken. But you are led through here until you reach a large set of wooden doors with large iron rivets in it, which are opened by the very heavily armed guard in the position, and you are led into what is very clearly the dungeons. Inside you can see several corridors going off in different directions with cages. You can see the odd arm poking out as the odd yell, the odd shout of people not wanting to be there anymore, quite clearly. The satyr is dismounted, and with all of your assistants and many Homeland guards, he is taken to one of the many cages, placed inside, and it is locked. And with that, the mage who is with you mutters a few words under her breath, and you see a small purple shimmer come across the cage and the door itself. She then takes a seat next to one of the guards as the guard who addressed you earlier turns to you and goes, "Thank you very much for your time. We have been informed that Sartre sent ahead for your words, and you will in fact be compensated for your work here today," and hands all of you except for Sartre, because he got his birthday money earlier. You were all handed 250 gold.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
You.
We'll show you to the exits, and you could be on your way. If you have any more information or want to have a word with him, then make sure to send a message to the King's Court, and we'll see what could maybe be done. Alright, you're led to the exit.
Okay.
And with that, you're out in the streets of Holm again as the gates are closed behind you. You're still technically within the palace walls, but this is a more public area of it.
Is Satra still with us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where would you like this to be taken? Just kind of gesture towards the manticore head.
Oh yes. I'll send someone for it. You can wait. And are there any kind of guards or anyone around that I can?
Yeah, there's quite a few guards
Order
wandering
around. Excuse me, would you send someone over to deal with this? Put it in my bedroom, please.
Your bedroom, sir.
Yes, please. I'm gonna send someone to fix it later.
As you command, sir.
Thank you.
You see them head off to fetch someone of lower standing.
Even a moment, they'll be right with us.
A few minutes later, some very displeased-looking privates, not Homeland Security, but Kingsguard, show up with the dubious job of taking the still slightly bleeding Manticore head as they drag it up towards the castle. You can see it takes two of them. It's it's heavy. The disc can hold it, but in order to lug it upstairs, it's unwieldy for them. But they get it going.
Please don't pull out any of the main things. You're doing a spectacular job.
Thank you, sir.
Try not to remove the copper pieces on the eyes. There is a spell that is on the under effect for it. So.
You see one of them who was just glancing at it. Alright. A little disappointed. Alrighty. So, what do you want to do?
So where are we off to now?
Go back to the inn and see if Wolf is around. We haven't seen
I
him for
suppose
quite
we
a few
should
days.
part ways at this point.
Ah, yes. Well,
You've been excellent company.
Yes, likewise, apart from the time that you tried to kill me and us, but
I want to spell amongst friends.
oh, yes, yes. Okay. But it was a pleasure to meet you, Satra,
Likewise.
and to fight alongside with you.
Kaizen.
I hope you enjoyed your birthday.
Oh, I had a wonderful time. Thank you, Shivari.
Your Grace, it was an honor to serve at your side. I shall hold these memories and cherish them until the rest of my life.
I'm the lucky one, Leonhard.
And then I guess Leonard would give a bow.
I will return and I guess fuck off somewhere.
With that, Satra heads off into the castle. Finish birthday celebrations with revelry. Late birthday celebrations, technically, as it is the next day.
It's a birthday week, not a birthday.
Of course, a birth week. Alrighty. So, the rest of you, you have... you set off quite early in the morning after your long rest, so you have just under half a day available to you. What do you wish to do?
What is it that we want to do today?
That was quite the ride. And our beloved prince is quite the character, isn't he?
Indeed.
Yes. I suppose I could go back to the inn and see if Wolf is around, see what Wolf has been up to, and let them know what we were up to.
Yeah, perhaps, perhaps he's done with his task more important than serving the crown. Can't wait to find out what he's been up to.
You
While
could,
we were busy fighting frog creatures and saving a town.
Well, from what I remember, he was at the festival, I think, yes?
Oh, that is right, Shivani. That is true.
I believe so. A lot of food there. Yes, if we head back to the inn, I will make a quick stop on the way, and then I will meet up with you all shortly.
You require something from the general store, Kaizen?
I was going to, not from the general store, no. I was going to purchase some arrows.
Great.
Okay.
Perhaps I shall take this time to inspect the weapon of Darius more closely that has been entrusted to me. I wonder what... There must be more to it than the eye might see at first glance.
to panics to find stats. Found them.
Perhaps we shall all meet each other at the inn in 1 hour from now. Would that be sufficient to you?
Yes, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So everyone heads back to the inn, but we'll start with Kaizan. Kaizan,
Alright,
you're heading to
Kaizan
the hunting shop. I
Does
assume.
not go to the hunting shop.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, mysterious.
Kaizen will go basically just find like a pretty secluded part of town. Maybe even just like go to some other inn and just like rent a room just for like a little while.
Okay. Well, there's the palace gardens, which are not secluded, but they're quieter, or like you said, you can rent a room.
Yeah, Kaizen probably just rent a room for this actually.
Okay, renting a room, so that will cost you. Last expenses. In stay is somewhere.
Just like the lowest like grade room you can get.
You might have to walk a bit there. You're next to the palace.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wouldn't like, walk like an hour, but just somewhere that would probably I could walk to and then get back to the inn within like an hour.
Okay, that's doable. Let me quickly find inn prices because I have somehow lost them. I thought they were on the same page as the rest of that stuff, but I can't appear to find them. Anyone in the chat know the page for inn prices off by heart? I've got lifestyle expenses, food and drink. Oh, and lodging. There we go. Yeah, got it. All right. It was where I thought it was. I just can't read. Alrighty. So we have the cheapest one after a little bit of a walk. I mean, if you're staying near the castle, the best you could probably get is 5 silver. The worst you could get, I should say. If you're okay with
That's
that.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 silver for a modest room. You're able to find something. It's clearly meant for tourists. The decorum is very palace and home royal family inspired. It's clearly meant to be as like a tourist hotel for anyone who comes by to see the royal family.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
You have
Because
a room.
then purchase a room, go up into it, go into his bag, take out the conch shell, and just speak into it. Say, hello, is anybody there?
You hear... You didn't put it to your ear, or do you just hold it?
Yeah. Just
Put it to your ear.
I'm
You
trying to
hear,
like listen.
you hear the washing and rushing of the ocean. And then seemingly sounding like it's from a distance almost. Like someone's shouting from like across a small crevasse. Hello? Hello, is this Kaizan?
Hello, yes, this is Kaizan. Who am I speaking to?
Yes, excellent. This is Bartholomew. I work with the king.
Ah, King Alorian?
Yes, that's the one.
Well, Bartholomew, is it possible for me to speak to the king?
He's quite busy at the moment, but I can pass on a message.
Yes, okay. If you do that, is it possible that he or you could contact me through this thing that I have?
Yes, it's very possible.
Okay. I'd like you to pass on the message that there is someone, a satyr in fact, from the Feywild, being held captive in home. They have a way perhaps to deal with the Modrons, one that might be effective. I don't know if it is necessarily the right way, but I think if the king does not step in, King Alorian, then this one will surely die. And perhaps that decision would be better left to King Alorian than to the people of home. to maybe sort of step in and take this one, since he is from the Feywild, and whatever crimes he may have committed should be decided on by the Feywild.
Understood. Your message will be passed on.
Okay, it might require some haste. I don't know how much time this one has
Oh, it will be sent
before whatever
immediately.
trial. Okay.
Should be
thank
with him in
you.
about 4 minutes. Is there anything else?
We have encountered some Modrons and dispatched of them, but if there is as many as I understand, it will take a lot more.
Wonderful, wonderful. The king will be very pleased. Thank you for your assistance, Kaizan.
Okay. Thank you.
Ta-ta bye. Tatty bye. You hear the washing of the ocean again.
Alright. Cousin would put the shell back in his bag and leave and go to the other inn,
Okay.
where everyone else is at.
The other inn somehow. There's a third. No, okay. So, Shivari and Leonhart, you get back to the inn. Woof, would you be at the stately giant?
Yeah.
Okay. You open the door to the room to find just a cloud of feathers. And what appears to be a not tubbier, but very clearly bloated Woof just on his back next to the fire that has gone out, just fast asleep.
Should we come back later when Boo fixed up? Shvari will like quietly say to Leonard.
Hold on, Shivari. I may know a better way to deal with this. Leonard would then turn around very carefully, very quietly, as to not to wake up Woof, and walk back to the keep, to the innkeep,
Mm-hmm.
and just ask him. Good day, sir. We need an additional room. We need 2.
Of course, sir. We already have a we have a second aristocratic room, if that's what you're looking for. We call it the Cloud Giant room.
Shivari, would that suit your needs? Our needs for now?
I suppose.
All right.
Done, sir.
That is 4 gold a night.
We shall keep it for a week.
All right. That's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 28 gold. Plus what
There you have it, good sir.
you've already paid for your other one in advance, so that's fine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hands you another key. Enjoy. Would you like room service?
Of course.
Wonderful. Make sure you'll find a menu in your room. Just slip it under the door with items circled. We'll bring stuff up.
Most obliged. Most obliged. And then I guess Leonhard would, look at Shivari and it's like, well, this way we don't have to wake up Wolf, and we can still mind our own business. And who knows? Perhaps sometimes having a place to, to find refuge in might be quite beneficial. That sounds. Excuse me, Shivari. I didn't mean to make it sound like this.
Yeah, that's okay. But yes, nothing with sleep. He seemed like he enjoyed the festival.
Well, I guess he deserved a little bit of a good time to get to know the sunnier parts of home. I think Wolf has struggled a little bit to find beauty and pleasure in the city.
Seems good. Hopefully he maybe has a better opinion of the city, no?
Yeah, let's hope he does. Now, Shivari, if you don't mind, I would love to study this mace a little bit more. It's been nagging and bugging me ever since we embarked on the adventure with Prince Satra. That this weapon seems to be imbued with some sort of greater power.
Yes. I briefly attuned to it, and I think that it will suit you well.
Interesting. Well then, I shall see you, or shall talk to you in an hour.
Oh, okay.
Celine Hut, you head to the new room. Shvari, what do you do?
I guess you'll go and just get like a meal and drink or something,
Okay.
as both rooms are now occupado.
Okay, so meal. What type of meal do you have? Because you technically haven't eaten.
Uh,
Actually, you don't have to. You probably would have eaten rations on the way here. So if you could all deduct a day's worth of rations for your journey.
She'd probably get just like something small though, just to like nibble at while she waits for people. So like,
Okay.
modest or
Well,
something.
a meat chunk is 3 silver.
Sure, meat chunk it is.
Such a beautiful language D&D is.
And maybe just like a cup of wine.
Cup of wine, that would be a pitcher of wine is 2 silver.
Sure.
Okay. Alrighty. Celine Hart, you head up to the room. It is spotless, spick and span. Nothing has been touched yet, as it is ready for your arrival.
Leonhard would just, put the sword on a table and then just kneel next to it and sort of like enter a meditative state and just, meditate and attune with it.
Okay, sounds good. Alrighty then. So, you attune to the mace. Takes about an hour. Approaching the hour mark, you hear a voice in your head. I say, what ho! I've never sensed a soul like yours before. Incredible! Will you be my wielder, the one to take me into glorious battle and destroy our hated enemies?
Does Leonhard, is there, okay, so he's taken aback by this, I think. I don't think he expected he didn't even know that was possible, right? That a weapon could talk to him? It's not
Probably
like a common thing
It's
people would know.
definitely not a common thing.
Yeah. So he's like, he's looking around.
You've had a
and
rock
he's-
talk to you once, but that's the closest
Yeah.
you've seen.
and it's checking if there's someone in the room and
Yeah,
Yeah,
you look
let's
around.
confirm the room's
Down
empty.
here, old chap. Brave warrior. How impolite of me. Where are my manners? I am Glotatius, the Glory Seeker. Will you be the one to wield me, great warrior? State your name and title so that I may know my true hero.
Glotatius the Glorious. It is
The Glory Seeker.
the Glory Seeker. It is an honor to meet you. My name is Sir Leonhard von Griever, Captain of Homeland Security and Protector of Beauty.
My god, what an incredible title! I love it! We could make great work together, you and I. Will you be my wielder?
Who am I to say no to an offer like this?
Wonderful! Now then, tell me one important thing, Sir Leonhard von Griever, Protector of Beauty. Who is our hated foe? So I will send you the stats for this. It
Can
is
you also send the name, like how it's
I
spelled?
can. Basically, you're about to see a handout appear. It is a mace, but with these extra bits on it. So there you go. You should see now Glotatius the Glory Seeker appear in your character list.
Yep.
Now you can see that.
Wait, where is it?
It should be in the character list.
Character list.
In your
On the
journal.
character sheet?
It should be basically. Hang on, let me. There you go.
In the journal.
If you go to journal, there should be characters.
Okay, it should have just popped up on your screen in theory.
Oh yeah, now it popped up. Okay.
Okay, so you should be able to access that in your sheet, in the journal in general. But here are the
Yeah,
stats
okay,
for
got
it.
it. Got it.
So yes, you may now choose a hated foe. to be the hated foe of both you and Glotatius, the Glory Seeker.
Okay, so I guess that would be Glotatius. There's hardly anything in this world that infuriates me as creatures that find great pleasure in hurting others and destroying beauty. And these creatures are and have always been ogres. The most brutish of fiends and silliest of foes.
Do you mean ogres or orcs?
Ogres.
Ogres. Ogres it is, sir! Technically, ogres are part of giantkin. So, if you... it's
And I
basically
guess
it's a
if we can
type
make
of
it
creature.
Okay, so do we just say giants then?
Hang on, let me double check. Yes, basically it would be, if you wanted ogres, you would say giants.
Good. Then we shall say giants.
Alrighty. Then giantkin and their foulest of puny, putrid, disgusting kin, the ogres, will fall before our might, Sir Leonhard. We will tell of our stories of combat throughout the ages and the lands.
Glotatius, you and I, we shall embark on a glorious path.
Of course. Alrighty. You have what is currently, but you can see the text yourself, so add yourself a +1 mace and rename it Glotatius the Glory Seeker. And when you attack your hated foe, it becomes a +3 weapon. Alrighty. Make sure you keep track of the extra stuff.
Yep.
Alrighty. Cool. Although technically accurate from the dog ladies. You're not just in the stately giant. You know what? I just hate giants. Just the worst. Alrighty. Kaizen, you will return and find Shivari down in the bottom part of the inn, finishing off a meat chunk.
Alright. Yeah, hello, Shivari. Is Wolf here?
Wolf is here. He is up in our old room, I suppose, and he was asleep, so Leonhardt got the room and then wanted to private time, I guess.
You got the whole nother room because Wolf was asleep?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Leonhardt does kind of use money and,
This is true, yes.
Would you like some wine? I still have some. I'm gonna offer him the pitcher.
Sure, I will have a little bit, thank you. Just sip on some wine for a little bit.
Alright. Sip on the wine, have a good time. Leonhard, you've finished attuning to Glotatius.
Good.
You're
Is
hanging from
by the
bell.
way, is it a male or a female voice?
It is a male voice.
Good. Just to make sure.
I appreciate asking because you know I'm very bad at female voices.
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly. I appreciate the asking.
And Leonard would certainly treat the weapon differently if it was a kind of female weapon.
Okay. Alrighty. So then, what do you all want to do? Do you head back downstairs, Leonhard, or do you chill in the room for a bit?
Well, Leonhard would certainly exchange some stories, or like to get to know the mace a little bit better.
Okay.
But we don't have to drag this out unnecessarily long. But just one thing, maybe Leonhard would ask Glotatius about its past. So, Glotatius, the Glory Seeker. It is important to know where one comes from, and a magnificent weapon such as yours. I would like to know more about you. What is your origin? Where do you come from?
Why, of course. I was created for a great king in ancient times. I was forged by dwarves and enchanted by elves with the blessings of the Naga. When I was wielded by that king, none stood before him, especially not his most hated foe, which in this case was ghosts and other such undead. He did not like ghosts at all, but I slew them nonetheless, for him and our great battles. One time, we took down a banshee in a single hit after it had wiped the entirety of the liege's party. But he kept moving forward, using my strength to avenge them. Since then, I have been handed down through many hands, reaching far-off lands, all the while forming great deeds of heroism and valor.
A very impressive story. Perhaps we find more time later to elaborate on your illustrious past. I would like to know more about these grand deeds that you and the various wielders of yours have accomplished.
Of course, Sir Leonhart, I too would be interested in your stories, but I am most excited about the stories we shall forge together. You, Sir Leonhart von Griever, defender of beauty, and me, Glotatius, your brave weapon, who you will wield to great victories to come. Never shall you have a weapon as magnificent as I, and never will I achieve feats as magnificent as yours when we work together.
A single tear just runs down Leonhardt's left cheek.
Your lion sword sits on the bed, a tear runs down its cheek.
Okay, Leonhardt very carefully, puts the mace at his belt and, just proceeds to walk downstairs.
Okay, you attach it to your belt and you head downstairs. Kaiser and Shivari are at the bottom of the stairs, hanging out.
Friends, it is good to see you again. Shivari, if I may ask you a question.
Of course.
This weapon, it speaks.
Yes, it does.
So, this is not some sort of aftermath of the sickness I've been infected with.
No. When I attuned to it, I heard its voice, and I immediately thought, this is for Leonhardt.
By all the gods. Can you tell me if this voice can be... Glotatius, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Shivari, did you hear that?
You did not hear
No.
anything, Shivari.
I assume that it is telepathically linked with you when you are attuned to it.
Your friend and your previous very short-term wielder is correct.
Fascinating. Very fascinating. Waitress, cup of wine.
All right. You purchase some wine, which, as we said earlier, is 2 silver pieces.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you like the mace? It did seem like something that you might like, so...
Thank you, Shivari. It is a fine weapon, well crafted, and is certainly going to provide me good service with. May have to get used to the fact that my weapon is now talking to me.
If
That
you
is
would
unusual, yes.
if you would prefer, Sir Leonhart, I can only speak when spoken to, if you wish. I know concentration is required when one defends beauty.
I love it.
Glotatius, that is an utmost, a very smart, very smart idea. Let's make this our house rule. Let's make this our special rule. I shall call upon you by seeking out your glory, and I shall call your name, Glotatius. I seek thy glory.
Ah, you know how to butter an old mace's heart if I had one. My non-existent lips shall be zipped until you require me. With that, the mace falls silent.
Shavari, Flirtatious won't be able to read my thoughts. Will he?
I do not know. I am not.
Oh boy.
I am not very knowledgeable of talking aces. You might be able to ask somebody at the academy. You may know.
That may be a very good idea indeed. I definitely have to find out more about the ways and how to use a weapon such as this.
The academy would probably be the place to find that out.
Thank you, Shavari. That has been most helpful.
I'm curious how Damien came upon this weapon, as he was the previous owner of it.
The weapon seemed like it was bound to achieve glory and to increase both its own and the wielder's fame and glory. A person such as Damien, I can only assume that Damien fooled this weapon. Otherwise, although I may not know it very well yet, its character seems to be quite honorable and lawful. Perhaps it did not know who Damien really was and what he fought for.
Or perhaps Damien thought that whatever he was doing was lawful and good.
Without a doubt, he saw himself in a much brighter light than actually shone upon him.
Well, if you want to go to the academy today or tomorrow, we could also check on Lord Papyrus.
Yeah, let us schedule this for tomorrow. I think that is a good idea for a great visit.
Right. I don't remember if we went back and told Papyrus about everything. I know that Shavari went and talked to him, I think, about that we found out it was Damien. I don't know if we went back afterwards and like,
You told
hey,
you
we
told
got-
him everything up until you left. I believe it was on the same day that you went to see the prince.
Okay. He's pretty up to speed on stuff, so just go check in on our buddy Papyrus. Make sure he's doing okay.
Okay. Well, you probably have a little bit of time to do that today if you wish.
I think we're doing that tomorrow. To go to the academy.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. Alrighty. Jinxie, would Woof be up yet, or would it still be sleeping?
Yeah, at this point.
Okay. If you wake up, you see the door has been let. You see your feathers have been disturbed.
Someone was here. Well, go downstairs and see if housekeeping has tried to come straight in my room again.
I have this image of just a handsome human man just yelling at a door when housekeeping tries to come in. But alright, you go downstairs and you find Kaizan, Leonhardt, and Shavari.
Oh boy, my friends!
Oh, Woof. Hi.
Hello. I am.
We
Oh, is that you guys in the room messing with the feathers?
yeah, we came in and saw that you were asleep, so we let you continue to rest.
Okay, as long as it wasn't that dwarf woman. We've gone around a time or two. She's a scrappy one.
Wolf, it is outstanding to see you back in such good shape. How was the festival? And tell us something about all the adventures you've been on.
I got so many feathers, you guys. They were just falling from the sky, and Sebastian took me to all these places. There was a place that just had meat on a stick, and one that had cheese on a stick, and one that had what looked like a scorpion on a stick. There were lots of sticks. And then there was a guy who had a big old pot of gravy, and you could just dip whatever you wanted in there. It was really cool. And then they came out and they did some shows with some birds, and Sebastian told me I couldn't chase them, so that was kind of disappointing. But otherwise, we had so much fun. There was one that was really fast, and they let a mouse go, and it dove down, and it just grabbed it from so high up. Like, how did he see that?
Wow. I'm sure you had a crazy good time, as people
Oh,
might
it
say.
was so much fun.
Did Sebastian go there too?
Yeah, Sebastian was with me.
Great. And you feel rested? You feel relaxed and well entertained?
Yeah.
Great.
Sounds like a very eventful time.
I kind of thought about making a home over there. Sebastian said I could stay with him.
Like permanently?
For a little while.
Oh.
Sure.
Is it something you want to do?
I was thinking about it. If you guys didn't need me.
I mean, you are.
Since you guys are, the guards of the king and stuff now.
We're not the guards of the king. I suppose you don't know what the task was I went and did. It was to
Oh,
take.
I have no idea.
We took the Prince Satra out for his birthday.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was eventful.
You guys eat lots of cake.
No.
No.
Oh, that was a lame party. I'm glad I didn't go.
It wasn't so much a party.
It was an excursion of sorts. We went in, slayed the enemies, and then slayed more enemies.
Oh,
Yeah. We saved a little village farmstead though, so that was good.
that sounds nice.
Yeah, I almost died. Not a big deal.
Oh no, that's not good.
Well, you don't think, Wolf, that, certainly not from Grieva is not going to die anytime soon on you. But I will not deny that your service and your prowess in combat were greatly missed.
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, with it, the decision is ultimately up to you, but I mean, you have been at our side for a while now. You fight well. It would be unfortunate to no longer have your presence, but if that is what you require, I'm sure we're able to manage.
I think I need to think on it a little bit more.
Of course.
If you want me to stay, I'll stay, but if you don't mind, I was thinking about it.
So
I like having a home.
Are you liking the city a little bit more then?
Oh yeah, it's really nice down by where Sebastian lives. He taught me some stonemasonry. I made a block. It was terrible, but I made it myself.
I mean, masonry would. I think you would be very good at that.
Oh, thank you, Savari.
Well, how about we just give you a few days to think about it all, Woof, and whatever happens, whatever you decide to pursue, you always have a welcome spot with us. And yeah, I think you speak for everybody here when I say that the adventure wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, thanks, you guys. Yeah, I'll think on it for a little while.
Good.
Okay.
All right then. Is there anything?
So what are we
anyone-
doing now?
That is a good
It's-
question.
It's been a very busy few days, so just kind of relaxing tonight. It's not a bad idea. I think tomorrow we maybe have plans to go to the academy.
Oh, that sounds nice. We can see our papyrus.
And that is part of the plan, yeah.
Do we have no other pressing matters that I'm forgetting or something?
There's the whole, like, modern thing.
I mean, of course.
Well, I think, for now, I think our mission has been a very successful one. We have made home a safer place, and except for the threat of the Modrons and the march, or their march, I think we are basically on vacation up to this point. I do not know what my own duties may hold ready for me, but yeah, I think we have a little bit of free time unless we are called upon again, summoned again.
Okay. Do you happen to know how long it would be until like a trial for that satyr? How long typically a trial takes?
Well, in a very pressing matter with the gravity of his crimes, the satyr should be brought for to trial within a couple of days.
Yeah, okay.
And as far as I'm aware, the court trial should be accessible to people to witness.
Oh, is that so? Okay.
Will we be called upon for any, like, testimonies about what occurred?
That is very well possible. We are, the prime witnesses. We've seen his cruelty. We've caught him in the act, and I'm sure that we will be summoned to court.
So I suppose we have that in a few days, you said?
Yeah. If the matter is being, supervised, and if it involves part of the royal family, I could even see it happening tomorrow, as, the royal court would certainly like to have this matter solved to show its resolve and the gravity of this matter.
We've rather
Prince
quit.
Sacher was, after all, threatened by this guy, by this person.
That is true.
Indeed. Okay.
May I ask you about your personal opinion on the matter and the proposal of the satyr? What he said about creating an army to fight the Mordrins?
Ask of myself? Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking everybody. Yeah, sure. Kaizen.
I mean, if there are millions of Modrons, it would be hard to take them out without some sort of assistance.
The Mudrons are a threat, but I don't know. The means, I don't think, justify the ends. That is what he was doing, or what he was planning to do here. That is a lot of innocent people that he would be killing.
Yeah, creating a threat, an unpredictable threat to deal with another threat doesn't sound like a good bargain to me. You know, Wolf, you have to understand. We fought giant toads, frog
Oh
demons.
boy. Oh boy.
That is true.
Yes.
Wolf, they were, I believe they were called spots, but they're. I suppose the resemblance could be said that they were maybe very large toad-ish creatures. I suppose
Hmm.
they were.
I
they
never
were
liked
very.
frogs.
They're very dangerous.
Well, if they're dangerous, I guess we gotta get rid of them, right? They're mean.
They were very mean. They killed several townsfolk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. That's not nice at all.
Well, the satyr's plan was that he thought he could control them, and maybe he can, but the means of which that he was creating those creatures is horrendous. He was using innocent people to make them, so.
Oh. Well, that's not very nice. Yeah, I mean, we can't let that happen. People are important, right?
Oh, yes, it was not a very pleasant method, no.
Well, then, I suggest we spend the rest of the day to our heart's content. Restock on supplies, perhaps visit something nice, and enjoy the city a little bit more until we then visit the academy tomorrow to talk to our old friend Lord Papyrus, and who knows what the night may bring. I shall definitely buy a few rounds if you would like to, spend the evening with me. We all deserved ourselves a little distraction after this.
I can agree with that, yeah.
Okay.
I suppose at some point maybe we should try to find more healing potions, because I think we may have used quite a few.
Oh boy, that was.
Shavari, what will we just do without your sharp wit? We should do that at once. And actually, Leonhardt just stands up, gets up, and walks out of the, leaves a little bit of money on the table, and then just walks out and, waits to see if someone else joins him.
Oh yeah, we had all those weapons and stuff from the orcs we killed, so definitely try to go sell those.
Oh yeah.
And the plate mail and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is sounding to me like a group shopping spree. So, is everyone going, or is anyone staying behind?
I'll go.
Yep.
Try will go.
Same.
Okay. I assume Kaizen's going because Kaizen suggested selling the weapons. So,
Yeah.
alrighty. Where would you like to go first?
It's a lot of stuff.
Armfuls of weapons in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the general store has a lot of general things that I need, so. Let's go
To
there.
the blacksmith.
Alright, you start with the blacksmith. Okay, so what do you have?
So I assume we have to take all this stuff in a cart, because there is 16 great axes, 112 javelins, 4 shields, and 4 sets of plate mail.
You can
Wow.
Well, you can either hire a cart, which would cost you per mile. It's not a huge distance though that you're traveling. It will cost you for renting. Wait, where's travel? Oh, it's under services. I'm just blind. Services, coach cab. Within city. Oh no, just one copper. So yeah, 1 copper to get everything where you need to go.
Alright.
Well, that's not bad.
Mark
But yeah,
that
coaches
off.
is very cheap. Alrighty. You pay 1 copper, and you get to the blacksmiths. You find one of the many blacksmiths in town. It is not the one that Leonhard went to get his sword and cause an argument. It is it is one of the more just standard ones. You can see it appears to make a combination of cooking equipment, farming equipment, and weaponry for some of the town guards. You can see standing in front of it what appears to be a very large human man, but you can see he is missing 3 fingers on his right hand. His hair is probably blonde. It's quite hard to tell underneath all the soot and just grime across his face. You can see 2 clean bits around his eyes where he's clearly been wiping it with a cloth, and you can see several scars where the soot just won't adhere on his arms. As he turns, as he hears the bell as you enter. Hello. How can I help you? You looking for weapons, crockery, or... Oh my god, what is that? As he just looks at the pile of weaponry that you guys are dragging in.
Like looking to sell some weapons and armor.
It's a lot of scrap. Where'd you get all this?
There were some orcs near the town that were threatening, and so we took them out, and these were their things.
Oh, well, orcs at least. Not going to be pretty, but they make good steel. Let's have a look then. Alright, so how much of each thing do you have?
I will paste it into the chat.
Yes, in-game chat, preferably. Thank you.
Yep.
Alright, 112 javelins. I don't think Woof needs any more. Unless Woof wants to dibs a couple.
I am okay. I have like 30, right?
Quite a few, yeah. Okay. Well, the javelins are pretty
15
fine.
modular
They can...
javelins.
Yes. Well, the javelins are fine. They can basically be just re-swords. That's fine. So yeah, I'll buy them off you for 2 silver, 5 copper each.
2 silver, 5 copper each. Javelin.
Mathematics.
Okay.
So that should be about 300 gold? Or no, 200 goldish? 200 something? I assume you're calculating.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shields. Shields will probably have to be melted down. I'm not sure I can get a huge amount of use out of them. I could probably buy these off your hand for 4 gold each. Material isn't ideal.
4 gold per shield, okay.
Yeah. The player mail, on the other hand, it's not the best material, but that can be pretty easily hammered out. There's no patterns to remove. It's not bad, that. Not bad at all. I could very easily reshape that. And yeah, not bad at all. I'll buy those off you for 750 gold each.
That would be very good.
Alrighty, and that is everything.
Yeah.
Man.
Playmail's expensive. To buy it new, it's
Uh-huh.
1,500 for 1 set.
Kaizen, making bank.
Alright, so how much do I owe you?
Calculating math. About,
Yeah, I'm a blacksmith, not a mathematician.
me neither. I used to write things. So, yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah, I think that for the javelins, 336 silver. And then 3,016 gold for the other stuff. Oh yeah, great axes too.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Great Axes. Okay, so actually you add all that together and I'll do the Great Axes. Great Axes. Oh, messy orcish creations, but again, it's good steel. I can sure do that. One of a few things they're good at. I'll take them for 13 gold apiece.
Okay.
Does Shivari actually have an abacus?
No, but she should.
You can buy one at the general store. It's a thing you can buy in D&D.
after seeing all this like attempt at doing like math, just like I just get one of those.
All right. So what's the damage to this poor man's shop?
3,224 gold, and then what was the silver amount? Oh god, some like 300-ish silver.
Okay. He asks you to wait, goes next door, and borrows money from his friend to pay. He feels confident he can resell this. Maybe fix it up and
Okay.
maybe resell it for a little bit better. So yeah, he pays up in full.
Cool. Yeah, thank you for your business.
Thank you for all the items. I will make sure to fix it. If you're interested in some plate armor or some javelins, let me know.
I will.
Alrighty. So that's done. Where else does anyone want to go?
Suppose the general store would have potions that we are looking for.
Okay.
I was thinking of maybe buying something to help with math in the future.
Alright, you head to the general store. Kaizen, I assume, stays outside.
Yeah, definitely staying outside of that one.
The man looks up and recognizes Shivari, because I believe she's been to the one in this town. Looks
so.
up. Yeah, looks up. Ah, hello!
Yes, hello. Was hoping to purchase some healing potions and maybe an abacus if you have that.
What?
She's just gonna telepathically say this to him. now.
Okay.
Looking for a healing potions and an abacus.
Ah, healing potions. I might have a couple of them. He rummages underneath his desk, pulls out what appears to be 3 slightly dusty healing potions. He dusts them. These would be 50 gold each. And an abacus. That's good, because I thought you said abattoir the first time. I don't know what you were thinking. I don't sell those. That's a building. Let me look here. Pulls out again a nice jumble box and pulls out an abacus, puts it on. And yes, I had an abacus, as it turns out. That will cost you... That'll cost you 2 gold pieces. So 152 for the lot.
Alright, she'll hand over the money.
Alrighty, you have 3 healing potions and an abacus. Alrighty. Anything else anyone wants to buy or go to?
Nope.
Alright, now when everyone exits the shop, Kaizen will split gold between Shivari and Leonhardt. So 3 of us will get 1,084.
Oh.
Nice.
Wait, so what?
You get 1,084 gold, Leonhardt.
Yeah.
Kaizen splitting amongst the orc party.
1,000 gold, okay.
1,084 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Anything else anyone wants to go shopping for or buy?
I guess Leonard would also just buy like 10 healing potions. You can do that
Okay,
without
this
RP.
shop is sold out.
Oh, okay.
You guys have been shopping before, and you do know that there is a herb shop in town, and the academy itself does run a sort of offshoot herbalism store, which would be where you go for magic potions.
Okay. In that case, Leonhardt would delay that or postpone that until tomorrow, when they're going to visit the academy anyways.
No, makes sense to me.
And go to an armor smith, preferably the one that he's been to before.
The one you
Okay.
guys trouble at.
All right, you go there, and the guy looks up, sees you entering. And, oh,
That is not the guy I was trying to frame, by the way. That was the weaponsmith.
oh yes, then in that case, I don't remember his voice.
He
He's
was
gonna
the guy that I bought the adamantine chainmail.
That was it. Yes, he looks up and sees you enter. Ah, good to see you again. How can I help you?
It is indeed good to see you again, Master Armorsmith. I have come back to you to check out on the latest offers. I've brought with me Greg Coin, great deal of coin.
Ah, alright.
See, I'm very glad and I'm very happy with the quality of the adamantine chainmail. It's done me a great service and protected my life many a time. Now, he shows them the shield. I've been with this shield ever since I, became a recruit at the Homeland Security trainee program. And I feel for a man of my caliber, a man of my status, I require something new, something more imposing.
Ah, so you're looking for a more imposing shield. Alright. Let's have a look what I've got here. Alright, he begins rummaging through his stuff and picking out different things. Alright. Ooh, I need to open a book. This random generator comes with some good things. Well, I've got this one here. Holds up what appears to just be a shield with some arcane runes carved into it. This one's just enhanced, so it can eat a little bit more. It will assist you in moving it, make it feel a little bit lighter, so you can block a little bit better with it.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's definitely the cheapest option I've got. If you're looking for something more on the expensive end, well then, I might have something for you. He reaches out and places what appears to be... Hang on. Ooh, that's not in the in-game compendium. I have to search that separately. Intriguing.
Sane.
Sane does not offer descriptions.
Oh.
I have a price. I need a description. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, so... this right here holds out what appears to be a pretty simple metal shield, but emblazoned on it is the symbol of an open eye. As you look at it, it almost feels like the shield is regarding you back. It has that Mona Lisa style thing where you move it, just feels like it's watching you.
Oh my god, a watching shield, a talking mace.
While you wield this is a sentinel shield. While you wield this, people will find it much harder to surprise you, and you'll be more eager and ready for battle because you will be able to react a bit faster.
Interesting.
And,
I can almost feel its gaze upon me.
Aye, it's keeping an eye on you, ready to react.
How much would that shield cost, good sir?
Ah, shield. Well, that will cost you 20,000 gold.
Interesting.
Well, the other thing I have, but again, this is even more expensive. He holds out what is a... hang on. I'm hoping the description, there we go. You see a golden shield with green pattern around the outside, gems embedded in the front, and a symbol of what looks almost like an ankh, but with two snakes coming out of it and coming out the side. This is a spell guard shield. Again, it's a little expensive.
Expensive, you say? It does look impressive, no doubt.
Well, what this will do, while you're holding this, spells are going to have a little bit harder to... We'll find it a little bit harder to hit you. It's also a little bit... it just makes it harder for you to be hit by spells. That's what it does. I thought it did more, but I can't read. It doesn't. It just does that.
So 20,000 for the gazing shield, and you said this was going to be even more expensive.
Yeah, this one is... Hang on. Yeah, this one's 50,000 gold.
50,000.
Yeah, but it makes you're very hard to hit with spells.
I shall keep this shield in mind as a goal for the future.
Alright, makes sense to me. Is there anything you're interested in at the moment?
Give me a month or two, and I shall buy one of those shields.
Alright, sounds good. If you're interested in shields, I can also keep an eye out for anything else that comes by, and knowing that you're in the market, I can maybe pick something else up if you have anything particular in mind. I know there's some guy down on Ninth who's selling a shield that makes it easier to block arrows.
That sounds like a useful trade to me. If you could give me a description to this person's shop.
Oh no, it's not. I don't know his shop, and I don't know the guy. He just came in. He was looking to sell it, and it wasn't that interested at the time because I got these ones. But if you're looking for stuff, I could maybe persuade him to sell down a bit and get it to you.
Sure. Just tell him to visit me at the Stately Giant, then. I shall be there the entire evening.
All right. If he pops by again, I'll let you know. I'll let him know.
Outstanding, sir. I thank you for your service and assistance.
Thank you very much, Sir Leonhard. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Good. And with that, Leonard would then just peace out, and that's it.
All right. Anyone else need to buy any things?
I think Shivari, especially after the absurd amount of stuff that we got from our last little trek, is gonna try and find somewhere to get a bag of holding.
All right. You head to the magic shop with your very lobster-looking friend, the sunburnt magic merchant. Oh, hey girl, it's good to see you again. How's it going?
It's going well. I'm looking to purchase a bag bag of holding, I think it's what it is called.
Oh, yeah, we got one of those, yeah. You looking for new or used?
No.
No? That was
No,
an either or
no.
question.
No, I would like a new.
New bag. Okay, that sounds good. All right, I've got one in the back. I've got one here. He goes over to one of the shelves, and displayed quite prominently is a bag with a nice, happy, smiling face on it. Reasonably large bag. Will still fit in your belt. All right, I've got this for you. It's a bag of holding, fresh off an adventurer's back. It's not new. It's not new, but it's not used either. Just taken in and sold. Poor bastard didn't know what he had. I'm not above a good deal.
All right. How much is it?
That'd be 4,000 gold.
4,000 gold, you say?
Yeah, that's the one. 4 and 3 zeros.
How much is the used one?
No, I don't have a used one. I was just curious. I have a
Hey, do you
haversack.
still have boots?
Do I have what? Sorry.
Boots of elven kind.
Yeah, I still have those. I said I'd keep a hold of them in case you wanted them back.
How much are they?
2,500 gold.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're not interested?
I am very poor.
Alright, I understand. I'll keep them on for a little bit longer, but I might have to sell them eventually.
What's the policy about taking things without asking again?
What was that?
Don't.
Oh, nothing. Oh, oh, right.
I'll hold on to them for a little longer. You seem like you want them a lot. I'll keep a hold of them for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and I have a haversack if you're looking for something a little cheaper.
Yeah, how much is that?
That's 2,000 gold.
Alright.
Alright, it now, don't get now, this is brand new. This one's brand new. Despite the fact it says Hewitt's Handy Haversack on it, doesn't mean it's used. It's just the guy who made it. And he gets out what just looks to be a small backpack. You can find it in the compendium. It has several pockets, each of differing extra planar sizes, where you can fit a pretty reasonable amount of stuff. Not as much as a bag of holding, but still a pretty solid amount of stuff. This will replace your backpack.
Okay.
Alrighty. You are able to purchase for 2,000 gold a Hewitt's Handy Haversack.
Alright. I have 1 gold left, but
Ooh.
70 platinum.
Ooh,
Oh, God, I could
okay,
have
there
given
we
you my
go.
500 and we could have gotten some shoes. One.
Alrighty. Alright, is there anything else I can get you?
No, I think that is all. Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, you have a good day now. I'll keep a hold of your shoes there. Woof, was it?
Yeah.
I'll keep a hold of them. Don't worry. You seem like you want them. I won't say no to a good deal, but I'm not mean. I'm not cruel. I'll keep a hold of them for a while. You just save up.
So now, if we bought them together, and I were to wear one shoe, and Shivari were to wear the other one, and we three-legged raced across the field, we have advantage on stealth.
Yes, but it would be immediately cancelled out by the disadvantage of being a three-legged runner. Your one leg would have disadvantage and therefore would cancel out.
Had to try.
Alrighty. Okay. If there's nowhere else anyone wants to go... Alrighty. Then you guys head back to the inn and prepare for a night's rest to enjoy your new purchases. Shivari's able to play with the abacus. As everyone drifts off into sleep or trance. Shivari, you're moving the abacus around, taking glances around. quiet abacusing. Moving stuff around. And you hear a voice from the wall, a familiar voice. Someone's angry.
I think I know who, but who is angry?
Oops.
Oh, well. As much as my master is very, very pleased that you've decided to onboard our particular organization, your old benefactor is less pleased.
Can imagine.
Very interesting. Well, if you feel like running away from this particular form of encounter, I know how... What do you humans calls it? Running into an old friend? Seeing an X in the street? How do you call it? But either way, if you want to avoid that, then I'd steer clear of the downtown library. If you wish to confront, at least it partially head-on, and also do my master a small favor, then pay a visit to the downtown library tomorrow.
Shivari know where the downtown library is?
You do, because it has been on the job board repeatedly for strange noises happening during the night.
Oh, okay.
While you're there, my master has something of interest that he would like you to fetch while you're there. If you're able to spot a small insect-like thing that looks a little ghostly, make sure to collect that. Don't let it bite you.
Okay, and ghostly insect thing, and don't let the
Yes,
bite.
like a large centipede. Very large centipede. You won't miss it. If you go, of course. I'm assuming so much.
You want me to collect it alive?
No, that would be really difficult. I mean, if you can, that'd be incredible, spectacular, but a really bad idea. But it would be very cool. And we would like it. But you're better off killing it.
Alright. I will. That in mind.
Of course, if you visit there, of course. I know how you mortals can be in meeting people from the past, no matter how well you knew them. It's always so awkward. Either way, if you're interested, perhaps I will meet you there. We'll see.
Alright. I will consider it.
Wonderful. Well, I might see you there tomorrow.
Alright.
Enjoy your night, Shivari.
You too.
And remember, and remember, reading is power. With that, the wallpaper returns to normal.
Alright. Downtown library.
Alrighty. With that, I think it's now a good time to have one of our part-time breaks before everyone wakes up
Nice.
in the morning. So everyone, I hope you're all enjoying the show so far. It's nice to be back. Nice to have the audience here. Thank you very much for the follows, Hate RPG Hub and Lucky La Cruz. Thank you all very much for the follows. We'll be back in about 3 minutes, maybe a little longer, but either way, we will see you all in but a moment. Be right back. Bye. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Alrighty, so when we left off, the group had finished a shopping spree and went to bed. Easy peasy. Everyone wakes up in the morning. I need to change Jinxie's character name, as someone pointed out earlier. Thank you to Dog Lady. Woof. Bosh. There we go.
Satra.
He's not dead. That you all know.
Ha ha ha.
Sacher was assassinated.
Just immediately. Kira was never dead. In fact, she played dead and then assassinated Sartre when he returned with a slot. It's all coming together. No.
That's crazy.
Really crazy.
Alright, you all wake up in the morning. Make your way downstairs at different times. I say you all wake up in the morning. You know what I mean, Faye. Faye begins moving in the morning. You all head downstairs. Breakfast. Everyone having their meal for the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Alrighty, so what levels are people wanting? Squalid, poor, modest, comfortable, or wealthy?
Modest.
Trevor wants 3 silver.
3 silver is modest,
that's
and does anyone want
modest.
to go above?
Good.
Sounds good. Alrighty. So, you may chat over breakfast if you wish. Say what you will. Say what you want.
So Shivaya would have remembered that she would have seen the downtown library thing on the job board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, before getting the meal, she would go to the job board to go and like look it over and see what it said.
Okay. It's basically strange noises have been happening in the library. You see that on the job board. You see on the someone could come by and stake it out and clean it out. You do see on the notice board next to it, though, an announcement that the downtown library has been closed until further notice.
Okay. Alright. Then she'll go get her food, and then during food, she'll bring up the library and say, so after we go to the academy today, on the job board over there, it mentions the library, the downtown library. But, there's some kind of strange noises, and there was a request to go and check it out. I was thinking maybe we could all go do that.
That reminds me of the Mordred infestation at the lady artist's house.
A bit, yes. I think it could be something to check out. Give us something to do.
That is correct. A man without a purpose is no man. We shall immediately find new work to be done.
What is that man without a purpose? What would you call him?
An orc.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Shavari, we can certainly go to the library. Have you been to this place before?
The downtown library, I do not think no. The only library I've gone to is one in the academy so far.
Very well. Shall we visit the academy first, or after we checked out on the library?
I figure we go to the academy first and get everything that we need to get done there first. That way you can learn more about your weapon, hopefully.
Outstanding, outstanding. Wolfenkaisen, are you going to be going with us?
Of course.
Okay.
Fantastic. I guess we all embark towards the academy.
Alrighty. You head off towards the academy. Do you walk or do you, take a carriage?
Carriage.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
is 1 copper for a carriage.
Oh,
Wo-
hell yeah.
Woof, are
One
you
whole copper.
1 whole copper? Woof, are you bringing Emmy?
Yeah, she hasn't been out of the house in a while.
Alrighty. What about Carol?
No, Carol likes it in the feather room.
Alrighty. Also, Shafari, is Rosie in or out of existence right now?
She'll bring her out of her pocket dimension.
Okay.
She hasn't seen, Emmy in a few days, so they can spend some time together.
Aww.
Alrighty. They chase each other around the inn a bit and around the carriage as you make your way over to the academy. You can see currently outside the academy there is a large demonstration going on where the gardens of the palace that you saw before, you see one of the teachers who you haven't seen yet casting a spell while the students take notes, and you see the grass of the garden just sprout to the point where it's about 5 feet tall, just encasing everything else in the garden in it. Luckily there's still a path that you guys are able to head down as you pass by this. As you make your way to the front of the palace, to the front of the academy, sorry, you're dropped off. And you head, skipping the queue entirely, to Lord Papyrus's room. You find inside, as you knock at the door, "Yes, enter!" You open the door. Inside you find Lord Papyrus, in a silk robe, doing stretches. He is up out of bed. He's
That's good.
Just yes, hello friends. It's good to see you again. How are you all doing?
Doing well.
I ate a pheasant the other day.
Oh, they are delicious, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, the best.
Good to see you up and about.
I still need a little bit more energy. The healer's blasted. People won't let me leave yet, but I feel spry. I'm just getting the bed knocks out of my arms and legs.
That's good. Did you need more meat and potatoes?
No, I'm fine. Since I've been able to stand, I may or may not have been teleporting to the nearest inn for a meal.
Oh, okay.
The world may never know.
Don't tell matron. Yes, but how can I help you all today?
I wanted to stop by and see how you were doing.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. You've all been so helpful to me. Next time, I'm actually going to invite you to my party, so you don't have to get hand-off invitations because you are all so wonderful.
Oh.
Thank you, we appreciate that.
Yes, that is most kind. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
I do have a question. We're also here to find out some things about the Leonhardt's new weapon.
Oh, well, fire away, as they say. What do you wish to know?
Well, I am not very knowledgeable on the subject, but it is a seemingly sentient weapon.
A
correct,
sentient
Lord Papyrus.
weapon. Fascinating. Incredible. That is very interesting. Those are very rare. You're very lucky to get one.
Lord Papyrus, I've never come across a weapon such as this. It talks. It is almost sentient. It is.
Oh, it is fully sentient.
How could you, for a lackey such as myself, perhaps explain how these souls or these beings come to life? Is that a former human transformed and locked into a weapon, or is it artificially created and crafted?
There can be many ways. The gods can bestow a weapon with intelligence and creativity, or via my meager understanding, it is believed in theory that you can, that a soul in theory could be bound to a weapon and therefore become a sentient weapon in its own right.
Tell me, Lord Papyrus, do these sentient beings, these souls, these weapons, do they feel?
Oh, yes,
anything?
Probably. I wouldn't know. Never had one. Have you tried poking it?
I guess sooner or later we shall have plenty of chance to do that. Would you like to hear it?
I mean, if it's sentient, did you just touch it and it talks, or did you have to focus and attune to it?
it was there all the time. We struck a deal so that it would only talk if I call upon it.
Do you mind if I touch it?
Go ahead.
He touches it. Hello, Mace! I don't hear anything.
I think you need to be attuned to it.
Oh, then I wouldn't ask you to unattune from it. Again, it's a very rare thing. This is your property now.
Leonhard did have a question that I didn't have an answer for, but
Of course. I'll answer to the best of my abilities.
are they capable, these sentient weapons, capable of reading someone's mind, their wielders?
Wouldn't know. No, again, never owned one.
Do you know if there's someone in the academy that may have more knowledge about it?
In the academy? If you speak to James, he might be able to help you. He's the enchanter in the academy. He might be able to help you out.
Alright.
Okay, Leonard would just say, Glotatius, I call upon thy glory.
Well, it is a good day for glory, sir. How may I be of assistance? Are we going to strike down this powerful mage together?
Well, so far he's not given us any reason to strike him down, and then gives a wink to Lord Papyrus.
I'm sorry, what?
It's talking right now.
Oh. Did you just smite me?
It is a very eager weapon. I shall try my best to temper it.
I need no tempering. My steel is as hard as... I wasn't made for analogies.
Clotatius, how important do you value honesty? And would you ever lie to me?
Oh, no, never. I would never lie to you. Lying is a very inglorious thing to do.
Can you
Clotatius.
insight check a sword?
And you can say take a mace.
Oh, right.
Yeah, if you want to
Flirtatious.
insight check the mace, you can do so.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Clotatius, can you read my thoughts?
Only the ones you make available to me, sir.
And how would I make a thought available to you?
That's how we're talking.
I see.
You think? If you think it towards me as if we were having a conversation without lips, then this is how you make a thought available to me. It also works with pictures.
Good. That is very enlightening. I thank you for your honesty.
Of course, honesty is of glory. For as fake glory is pointless, and I have many points.
Perhaps we can test this. Glotatius, tell me what I think of at the very moment. And Leonhard just imagines himself, on the top of a hill, sunset behind him, holding the weapon up in the air and just sunlight basking and stuff.
I see us basking in the light of dawn on the top of a hill. We've clearly won some form of battle together. It's glorious.
Fascinating. Glotatius, you've been very helpful. You may now go back to slumber until I call upon you again.
You are most welcome. I hope next time we will have an ordeal where we can get through together and forge our own tales to be told throughout the ages. And it falls silent.
Friends, Lord Papyrus, the weapon just told me that it can only read my thoughts when I direct them towards it,
That's cool.
as if we were having a conversation.
It's very interesting.
I will have to get used to such a thing.
Suppose with that information, we don't necessarily need to go talk to James unless you wanted to try and find out more information about this type of weapon.
It couldn't harm or it couldn't hurt to go to James regardless. Perhaps he knows a trick or two that could help us, when it comes to dealing with such entities.
Alright.
Alright. So, you You're going to head to reception to try and seek out James.
Leonhard would, yeah. If the others want to join him, that's fine. But if you have other plans, then he would just go by himself.
I will come with you to the desk. I might go see Professor Brody if he is in.
Okay.
Very well.
You guys queue at the desk. You do unfortunately find out that both Professor James and Professor Brody are currently in classes. Messages can be delivered to them if you wish to leave them. But you are in the middle of a school day.
That's fair.
Is there a class going on right now, like in the courtyard, like last time or something?
One of the open classes? Yes, there is.
Oh, there is. Sure. Let's say, I'll observe this. Just come grab me after you are done.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Leonhard would then try to go to the classroom that James is teaching in and just pose up next to the door and wait outside.
Yeah. Okay. You make your way over to the room. And in so, you can see a lesson currently being taught. You see what appears to be a gnome standing on a stool, which in itself is rested upon about 4 books, in order to see over the desk. He's
Is that Kaizen or me?
you for James.
Okay.
You head in and you can see him holding what appears to be a small bird that is flitting about on his finger, and he's speaking. As you can see, now that we have cast the animal friendship spell, the bird is more than friendly with us and will be more than happy to sit on my finger unprompted. We are good friends, aren't we, Tweety? Yes. We are the best of friends. But now you see, if we were to cast the animal messenger spell, when he mutters something and casts a spell and just whispers to the bird, go tell the principal that he is needed urgently in Professor James's classroom. There's an emergency. Go, quick! And just the bird flies off down the corridor as he turns to the doorway and notices you. Late are you, student? Oh, Homeland Security. Oh, sorry, is there a problem?
I didn't mean to interfere with your lesson, Professor James. If we could have a word once you're done, that would be most appreciated.
The class has just started. Is this urgent?
To me it is, to others it might not be. I shall
Class?
patiently wait until the class is over.
Class, you will all write down the incantations that I showed you and practice them on the animals in the cages in front of you until you can consider them to be friendly. If anyone gets bitten, there are band-aids on the side. If the principal runs in all panicked like, you may laugh. All right then. He climbs off his stool and scuttles out the room, shutting the door behind him, and looks to you. Yes, how may I help you? How may I help Homeland Security today?
It is less of an official, but more of a personal matter, Professor James. I've stumbled across this weapon, and then would present the mace, and
Very pretty.
it speaks.
It speaks. You have a sentient weapon?
One would assume so. It calls itself Glotatius the Glory Seeker.
My God, this is incredible. A rare magical item such as this. I've never. May I hold it?
You may hold my mace, yes.
Oh. He lifts it up. It's almost as big as him. He struggles to lift it, but in the end just puts his hands around it. Well, the craftsmanship is clearly human in origin. The runes are very old magic. This is incredible. Where did you find it?
I've acquired it from a man that, let's put it this way, was not worthy of its possession.
Police seizure. Got it. So what can I help you with this incredible piece of magical creation?
Perhaps if you could tell me more about the handling of such a weapon. Is there anything, if one were to wield it, that this person should be paying attention to? Is there anything that would harm the weapon, or things that could perhaps drive it away from the wielder?
Well, think of it like a person, but without arms, legs, mouth, or without the need for food, water, or anything else. Clean it, make sure it's well taken care of, listen to it. And there's nothing that can tell you how better to take care of it than the thing itself. Make sure you stay clear of anti-magic fields.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. What is the origin, the potential origin of such a weapon? Is that
I have no
a
idea.
human soul?
It could be. Did you ask it?
No, I have not. To be
Again,
frank with you.
The only way to tell otherwise would be a legend lore spell, and I don't know that particular spell. I'll ask around the academy if you could return. Where are you staying? Actually, I'll send you a message if I find someone with that particular spell.
The stately giant, sir.
Stately giant, of course. And what is your name?
Excuse me?
What is your name?
Selena von Griever. You may or may not have heard of me.
You could see he. You see, he looks confused for a second, and then smiles. He's like, "Yes, definitely have heard of you. Very brave, defender of the town and Homeland Security. Yes, very much so. I'll be sure to send you a message if I find anyone with that sort of spell."
Very well. Now, just to put this in perspective, Professor, and that shall be my final question of the day. How rare are these weapons? How valuable might they be to someone?
I am 109 years old, son, and I have never seen one of these in my life. I have heard of them, I have read about them, but I have never seen one in person.
Fascinating. Is it safe to assume that people would do a lot of things to acquire such a weapon?
Probably. I mean, I know I would. If you're ever willing to sell it, I could offer you quite a lot of money for it. I mean, I say quite a lot of money. I'm on a teacher's salary. I could offer you some money for it.
If I decided, and this is just a hypothetical question, to sell it to the academy, how much money are we talking of?
Well, it would make a fantastic teaching tool, but if you want, we could probably buy it off you for, I don't know. We'd have to ask around and see what kind of budget the school has, or I suppose the academy could potentially rent it off you for teaching purposes. Again, we still have to ask about the budget, but we can, if you're interested in that, I can ask around.
Professor, if you provide me with information on how much I could possibly charge for this, it shall be profitable for you. See, I'm a lackey in these matters.
I see. Well, then I will certainly have a look around. I will certainly ask around.
I thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure seeing an item such as this. Glotatius, was that?
Glotatius the Glory Seeker.
Glotatius the Glory Seeker. I'll check some books as well, see if a weapon of that name has popped up.
Outstanding. For any further discussion, please feel free to contact me at any given time at the Stately Giant.
Of course. Thank you very much. Indeed, I should probably get back to my class. He bows to you.
Shall not keep you from there.
Heads into the classroom. You turn, walk down the corridor, and are nearly bowled over by the Archmage, who just runs past you. Alienot just disappears past you and opens up the door, and you hear a loud magic. Is everybody okay? And you just hear laughter from the classroom as you head downstairs.
Love the Harry Potter vibes.
Shivari, did you have a...
Travel in the dungeon.
Shivari, you wanted to find someone, I believe?
Yeah, Professor Brody.
Professor Brody. Right, I can't remember who that is.
He's the crazy guy that talked about Warlock.
Oh, yes, alrighty. Okay, so you're able to go to his classroom. You can see he is currently levitating some books and going, "You see this? Planets could do that. But we need magic to do that. Why is that? Is the planet magic? Is there something out of the ordinary? Is there something bigger than us? Perhaps levitating the planet? Who knows? But I can at least tell you how to levitate this." He throws the book aside. "Or this!" And a student gets lifted out their chair. Just drops them again. "You will find the levitation incantation on page 22. Shivari! Hi! He steps out. "Make sure you read that book heads out and shuts the door behind him. Hello, good to see you. Not
Ah,
dead, I see.
Hello. Good to see you. Interesting way to teach.
It's practical. It works.
Fair enough.
It's one thing to make them
sorry.
do, it's another thing to make them think. I can think, not as well as I used to, but I can think.
Alright. Sorry to interrupt your class. I just I don't know if this is the right place to necessarily talk about this, but there's one thing, just to, you had any information about your patron?
No, yes. He waits at the gates. He gives me information, books that I need and want to find. He gives them to me, and I get dreams of art and creations that I sell. And yes, those things.
Does he have you do tasks?
Yes, he does.
What do they tend to be, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I share knowledge. I teach.
Oh, okay. Have you ever not done what he asked?
Yes.
And were there repercussions for not doing that?
He
Bad
nods.
repercussions? Alright. Did you, So mine may have asked me to do something and I may have turned them down. I suppose I should suspect that there will be repercussions.
If you turn down your patron, not my patron, right?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. I would have liked someone else to join me in my tormented psyche. But if it's
Oh.
your patron, then it could be worse. It could be better. I don't know. But either way, you should expect repercussions.
Alright. That was something I was worried about. Thank you for confirming it.
You are welcome, and you should be worried. Yes. I hope that makes you feel better.
Do you know if you don't do something for a different patron that you're not in service with? Is that also going to have repercussions?
Well, in theory, your patron should protect you from that. But within reason, of course. If you made a deal and used power from one and then didn't pay it back, then they might be angry. Very angry.
Alright. Okay. Thank you. That is good to know.
You are welcome. You're saying a lot of questions, then most of them result in bad things for you?
Seems that might be the case. I have one more question.
So many questions. Yes, I share knowledge.
Do you like your patron?
Yes. No.
Have you?
Yes.
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 Huh.
Yes, I think so. Maybe.
That.
Never met the guy or girl. Gender has no meaning. Not to them.
Have you met a servant of your patron? What were they like?
Not nice. Didn't like them. No, liked them. Yes, very liked them. They were the ones who came and they were the ones who told me that I had not followed instructions, and they were the ones who took a bit of me with them when they left his Yes.
I see. I think that is all I have for questions right now. Thank you for your time.
And of course, time is an irrelevant construct that means nothing to the masters. I hope that helps.
Yeah, you've been very helpful. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Enjoy your repercussions. As he sidles back into the classroom. Alrighty. Kaizen, you're currently watching the class attempt to grow small flowers, as they have been attempting to learn the plant growth spell. It is a bit... Actually, I don't know, is that advanced for you? I think it's a ranger spell.
Is it? What's the spell?
Plant growth.
Nope. Oh wait, yes, it is ranger. Yeah.
It is ranger, it's 3rd level.
3rd level, yeah.
Which I believe is more than you can cast at the moment.
Correct.
Okay. Well, you get a little bit of a better understanding of it. You obviously can't learn spells like a wizard can anyway, but you get a little bit of an understanding of it, and you now can recognize the spell if someone were to cast it at you.
Cool.
Alrighty. With that, Woof, what have you been doing?
I probably would be hanging out with Kaizen since I don't have anybody I need to talk to, and this seems interesting.
Alright, so you
Watching
enjoy
the plants grow.
You enjoy the flowers growing. There's some very long grass for you to jump in and out of now in the in the academy gardens. Kaizen, every now and again while you watch flowers, you see Woof just pop up above the grass and disappear under it again. Alright, you guys rejoin up together after your meetings in the garden as the lesson that Kaizen watching is slowly coming to an end, and the teacher has told all the students that the most important part of magic is if you ever cause a mess to clean it up. But I'm in charge, so mow this lawn. And they've all been given gardening tools to start cutting the grass. So yeah, what do you want to do?
That class looks interesting. What were they doing?
Yes, they were growing plants to spell. Think like druids and rangers and other people of the like can cast it.
Oh boy.
Interesting. I think I have seen that spell before.
Yes, it's quite a large area that the plants grow. I mean, as a ranger, can move through it very, with ease, but most people probably could not.
As a ranger, you do have magical capabilities that I've seen. Are you able to cast that
Oh,
spell?
yes. No, I think that is a bit much for me at the moment, but probably after not too long. I mean, I recognize the spell now, so it would be probably easier to pick up.
Perhaps in the future.
Yeah, I think so.
How did it go for you, Leonhardt? Did you get any more information about your miss?
Yes, I found out very interesting things, and perhaps I can share more about this in the near future. Professor James promised me to get back to me when he's found out more research material.
Oh, that is very nice of him.
A very nice man. Strange, but in a good way.
Alright, well, I suppose unless anyone else had something to do here, perhaps we take a trip down to the library, the downtown library.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good
Very
idea.
well.
Sure.
Alrighty. With that, you all head to the downtown library for a reading rainbow. So you head down, you can see the front door is shut. There is a close sign on the outside. Otherwise, you can the inside looks fairly quiet. It's very dark. Who has dark vision?
Me.
Me.
All right, Shivari and Kaizen. You peek through the door a bit. You can see that the reason it's so dark is because there are some bookcases leaned up against the door.
Hmm.
Well, that's gonna be a little bit harder to get inside.
A little bit. Are there any other entrances, perhaps?
I don't know. We can check.
We'll walk around, see if there's any other entrances.
Make a perception check. This is wow. This is actually the first roll of the day.
Yeah.
I think Shivari would probably be going in like the other direction too.
Okay, you make
Maybe
one as
like
well.
Right after.
7 from you as well.
14.
Better perception.
And
20.
20.
Nice.
The building does not, appear to have any other entrance, as far as you can tell. There are some
There are
windows, but
windows
there are some
there.
windows quite high up. You could maybe climb into one of them. They look very thin. It would be a tight squeeze, especially with broken glass, if you were planning on breaking your way in.
Mm-hmm. After we walk back around to meet up and say like, so what is it that we are here to do exactly?
The job board mentioned that there was strange noises coming from inside, and I suppose just investigate it. It also mentioned something like sticking it out and seeing what occurs. It might be something that only happens at a certain time. I don't know.
And then we want to wait or just try to go in?
Doesn't look like there's an easy way to get inside unless someone has a way of maybe getting these. Looks like bookshelves away from the door.
Yes, it would either take a great deal of strength, or maybe I could notice there's a window up there. Perhaps I could climb and get in that way, move the bookcases from inside.
Yeah.
I could just break it open.
Yeah, strength
Strength.
works as well.
Or I could lift you
Ooh.
up. I'm good at that kind of stuff.
Ooh. Very true. Yeah. How high is the window?
About 15 feet. Not
Oh,
a huge
okay.
amount of handholds, but you could try.
Yeah, Wolf, like, yeah, that'd be doable. Yeah, what if you like lift me up and then give a little like, very strong little like throw? Yeah, and then I jump and grab on. That
Okay.
could work. We can try.
Like I could hold my hand down and you could jump off of it and I push
Yeah,
you.
With a little push, the little boost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to need athletics checks from Kaizan to jump and from Woof to boost. One from each of you, or one of advantage from one of you.
Does this help at all?
This would
Could-
yes, it would. So you can have advantage anyway. So you have one and Kaizan. You have one with advantage and Kaizan has one.
Could this be acrobatics since it's like jumping off and grabbing
You're
on?
trying to high jump. That is an athletics check.
Okay. A solid 8.
Okay, let's see if Woof can make up for it.
Oh,
Woof
okay.
can with a quick, with a solid Kaizen. You get a push off. Doesn't feel great, but you do realize you're about 5 feet higher than you expected you would with that jump. As Woof just woof, just launches you into the air, and you are easily. Okay, so now make me a dexterity save to catch something as you as you fly up towards the windowsill. What little there is. 12. That's enough. You are able to grab onto a very thin handhold. You are dangling, but you are at the window. I think Discord is dead. Let's fix this. Hello, US East died. Hi, we're on
Oh.
US Central now.
Oh wow.
Cool.
Oof.
Yes,
Nice.
you
That's
are now
crazy.
dangling, but
It's
you
all
are
up,
up.
yeah.
What do you want to do?
So to attempt to you said, let's say the window was broken, or do I have to break it to get it?
You would have to break it.
I have to break it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I mean try to, if there's a way to open it, would try to, but if not, then would I would just break it.
Okay, make a. It is locked, so you can try a. Do you have a thieves' tools?
Nope.
Okay, and this would just be a standard dex check to try and get it.
All right. 14.
14. You rattle, you lever with an arrow, you do the best you can. That window ain't opening.
All right. Sure. Time to break it.
All right.
Dangling on, reach in my bag, pull out the grappling hook, and break it with
Whack.
the hook.
Make an athletics check. Or a melee attack with an improvised weapon. 15, easy enough.
15.
The rest of you from down below hear a loud shatter as the window breaks into the library.
All right, and then
Careful.
there's glass. Careful. Yeah. We'll
Okay.
enter the library.
Alright, make a dex save because you are crawling through a very tight space with broken glass.
Sure.
You are also 15 feet up, so do not fall. Okay,
17.
17. You make it through. Your clothes are a little scratched, but little cut, but you yourself make it through unharmed, and you're able to. Well, you're currently quite high up. There are some bookcases if you want to try and climb down.
Yeah, take the grappling hook and try to wedge
Hook
it
it on the
in,
window?
like the window. Yeah, and then
You-
just kind of lower himself down.
Alright, you're easily able to do so. That removes the need for a roll. You make your way down into the library, which I will give you a little map for.
Cool.
As currently, the library seems to be pretty wrecked.
Mm.
You are in the top left, as this is the way you've come in.
Okay, sure. So there's like books just on the floor everywhere.
There's books on the floor, there's bookcases knocked over, it is a mess in here.
And it's very dark in here.
It is quite dark. You can see there's lanterns, but they're not currently lit.
Oh, okay. So like a normal, like human would have a really hard time seeing in here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
There's windows, so certain areas there will be light, but yeah, normal humans otherwise would have trouble.
I guess when Kaizen lowers himself to the ground after, he'd just like take a few moments and listen to try to see if he can hear anything in there.
Okay, make a perception check.
Alright. 24.
24. You can hear the sounds of faint scratching and what sounds like the clank, the splintering of wood in two different directions. Both from the corridor, you can see it. Both somewhere around the corridor, you can see ahead. You can't tell directions from here.
Sure, Kaizen would sneakily advance.
Roll stealth.
Hey, 10.
10. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Advancing.
One moment.
Peering around the corner.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And okay, room ahead of you seems to be clear.
Oh, alright. Dun, 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 dun. Peering around the corner.
Peek around the corner. You see a figure in a gold robe with a mask. Almost seems like the robe is moving underneath him, staring directly at you.
Oh, that's crazy.
He looks at you. You can't see any facial expression underneath the mask.
And just like peek around, look at me, and just duck back around the corner. Like they didn't see me. For sure, didn't see me.
You don't hear
Uh,
anything other than this continued scratching and snapping.
Peek around. Do they? What are they doing?
Still staring at you. It's holding a staff in one hand. You can see from your view the staff looks almost like it's glistening. It appears to be made of some kind of white but also pinkish red material in places. And with some
Okay.
purple and shine mixed in.
All right. Would it be correct to assume that this is like where the door would be, the main door?
That would be
I'm
correct.
saying. Yeah. Okay. They already see me, so I guess because then it's just say, hello. Who are you?
It looks at you. And then speaks out as you know. Oh, don't mind me, just waiting for a friend.
Oh. Yeah, me too, actually. Going to go get them. Starts like
Oh.
walking past him.
Oh, do you know her? Red hair?
Red hair.
Yes, red hair. Horns.
Yes. Actually, this description does.
Oh, that's interesting. Is she
Ring a bell.
outside? Is she outside?
Why? How do you know her?
Oh, just friends from a distance, pen pals.
Insight check that.
Sure.
20.
Clearly lying. So she's outside, you say?
Pen pals, you say?
Yes.
I did not say she was outside.
Oh, I can see. Well, if she is, I can help you get her in.
What is your business with her?
I just wanted to chat. First time meeting in person.
Huh.
Tell you what, I'll just let him in. With that, all of you
Okay.
outside, you feel as if your forms almost are forced through the door, through the bookcases, as you just feel yourselves just pushed, dog and weasel and all, through the solid objects as your bodies just seem to almost just become less material as you're forced through this area and into
Oh no,
and
my
in through the
puppy.
door. Puppy's there too. Ah, there we go. Wasn't that easier?
Was it?
Oh, well for me.
Okay.
What
What is your name?
was that?
No, my name is not important. Now, if you don't mind, I want to have a quick chat with Shivari. And could everyone please make me a wisdom save?
Oh god.
Hmm.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty bad.
With that, everyone except for Shivari feels the same movement, or Kaizen for the first time, and back outside the door.
Oh no, 17 wasn't enough.
17 is not enough for this thing.
Damn.
Yikes.
That's
Alright.
crazy.
That's really crazy.
Do not be afraid. I will be but a second. It is nice to meet. It is nice to meet you. I will let them back in once we are concluded. It is a pleasure to meet
Okay.
you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Yes. Now then, the creatures that are ransacking this place, not so pleasant. They have killed the previous owners. I closed this place off and decided to see if you would be interested. I'm very glad you were. It's a pleasure to meet you. If I could feel such an emotion.
Do you have a name that I can call you?
I do not. With names are inconsequential. You can call me what you like if you wish.
Alright.
I will take a name if you wish to give me one. I probably had one sometime. Was I human? Don't remember. Not important. If you wish to give me a name, I will take one.
I'll think on it.
Of course, you know how to contact me. Well then,
Right.
I just wanted to tell you the things are here. I hope you have a good time. And
How
that
many of them are there?
2 creatures,
Okay.
neither pleasant. As I've already mentioned, don't get bitten by the insect one. The other one, try not to let it rip you to shreds. I hope that's enough information for you.
And you want both?
Oh, no, it's just the
Both of them,
insect. The other
just
one is
the
The
insect?
other one is inconsequential and unimportant. Kill it at your leisure. Although you are going to make a certain someone a little bit more mad, but you will have made a point.
I see. Well, thank you for the information.
You are welcome. I'll let your friends in now. I bid you adieu. Was anyone else? I assume, guys, then you're heading back up to the window at this point.
Just wait, I suppose.
Okay, well, everyone, unless you want to let it happen, make a wisdom save again.
Okay.
Unless you just want to let it happen.
Oh!
Damn!
Try for the fuck of it. Oh,
Wolf and
wow.
Kaizen, if you choose, you can resist the effect. You begin trying to pull you back into the library.
I'll
Is there a
let it
hole
happen.
created where we went through the first
Nope.
time, or is it? Okay, well, seeing this is my only way to save my friend, I guess I'll just forego my natural 20. Cheers.
You guys are all, with less gross sound effects, forced back through and pop back up in the library. And with that, the figure. Pleasure to meet you all. Have a fun time. I've given advice to Shivari already. Don't get bitten by the one that looks like a bug. Bye. And with that, he doesn't disappear. He collapses. His code disappears, and underneath it, you see just a swarm of maggots that just fall and spread across the room before dissipating into dust.
Shivaria, who was that?
They don't have a name, but I think that they work for a patron that I have been sometimes talking to.
And who is this patron again?
You were all there when I was talking to Professor Brody the first time, yes?
Yes. I did not understand most of all of it.
Let's just say that it has ties to his.
Is there a name of this patron?
I suppose the name is just Gatekeeper.
Oh, okay.
But they mentioned well, you know how Leonhardt gets his nighttime visitors. Sometimes I get something kind of similar, just more mystical, magical. And they mentioned the library, and then I remembered that I saw it on the job board, and I looked it up this morning and figured we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone, kind of thing, you know.
Sure. Quite interesting people, I suppose, who work for your patron.
I don't know if people is.
Yeah, I don't know
Very
what that
weird,
thing
but-
was.
I did not expect them to turn into that. But in any case, we are here, and apparently there's an insect-like creature similar to kind of a centipede, and we are to dispose of it. And then there's a different creature that is. They are both dangerous, basically, but they. I do not know how they got here, or where they come from, or what they are, but they have been ransacking this library and killed the former owners, apparently.
So the creature that was alluded to on the job board is a different creature than what that whoever that was warned you about.
I don't know.
Oh,
All I know is that there's two creatures, and I was tasked with dealing with the insect one.
While you were talking, Kaisan, what's your passive perception?
16.
16. Okay. Alrighty. Enough for that shit roll. You can hear that the scuttling sound that you could hear in one of the other rooms has moved. It is now appears to be echoing somewhere in this large center chamber ahead of you.
I hear something.
This chamber, by the way, is lit. This is the one chamber. The center chamber is the one that is fully lit. There's a large glass dome on the ceiling.
Okay. I hear something. Kazan kind of lowers his voice. It might be one of those things that you spoke of. I'll see if I can locate it. Kazan will slowly approach forward, try to see if he can get an eye on it.
Okay. You creep forward, so you can move forward to the entranceway, I would say, before getting a good view on the inside. With that roll, yeah, you'd see both of them. A natural 1 and a dirty 4. You can see currently on the ceiling
Oh,
a large, or a medium-sized, large, almost ghostly centipede sitting on the ceiling.
yikes.
Nope.
Also, you see crawling along the ceiling towards the entrance where you are. You see a low-slung, creeping horror with gangly arms, 6 of them. You can see it's trying to stick to the shadows outside of the dome, of the light of the dome. Has a hunched posture with several faces, almost looking like wolves, but some almost looking a little humanoid, but all of them just sort of bursting out from skin and tentacles as it crawls along the ceiling. They both notice you appearing in here, but you spot them first due to their rolls being terrible. They're going to begin to make their way towards you. What do you want to do?
Kazan will say, if there's things in here, they know that we're here. Are we killing them?
Yes, we must deal with them. Don't let the insect bite you.
Alright, with that,
Okay.
we're in
Yeah.
initiative. They've managed to run down the walls, so they're on the ground level now.
Cool.
I can't click on Rosie's token.
Oh, yep, same problem as earlier, because I made this map ages ago. Select. Represents creature, Rosie. Where's Rosie? There she is. There you go.
Thank you.
Welcome. Alrighty. Everyone rolled?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, looks good. I'm just going to move Emmy to the back corner. Because Emmy, I assume,
Please, thank
isn't
you.
going to want to get involved.
Nope. First thing when I see this is Emmy, stay. Move.
Alrighty.
Good girl, Emmy.
Damage does Emmy's bite do?
I think 1 in our current state.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So, like, one
She has 2
maximum.
hit points.
She has 2 hit points and
Dang.
a bite for a maximum damage of 1, I'm pretty sure. Alright.
Yeah.
So,
Rissy has one
That's
hit
pretty good.
alrighty. Woof, you're first.
Alright, I'd like to get excited because there are other puppies. You don't ever get to see those.
You can't currently not see them, you just know they're there, but you can hear some snarling. As this mangled creature is beginning to crawl and slurp its way across the ground.
Ugh. Can I see any of this stuff?
From where you are, you could probably see the purple centipede.
Alrighty, well, I'm still going to get excited.
Get excited!
It's the
You
first
can see
time I've
that.
gotten in a fight with my friends in
For
a while.
yeah.
I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay. Now you can see the other thing as it's beginning to it's reached the floor now. You can see again several almost dog-like heads, but it's almost human skin in some cases, almost animal fur in some cases. Either way, it's a mangled mess.
Oh boy, I'm gonna stab it.
All right, you move up and you stab at it. Give it a stab.
Recklessly, please.
Recklessly, of course.
23 hit.
23 definitely hits.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage, nice.
Alrighty, and we're gonna boop him again.
Give him a boop.
Ooh, 10 to hit.
10 to hit. That is a miss.
Rip. Alrighty, that's me.
Alrighty. Okay. There's the turn of the purple centipede. It is going to make its way up to Kaizan. And is going to attempt to bite him.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
Don't
I like
let
to
it
hit it.
bite
I
you.
think I can do that.
You are in range.
Okay.
That is Sentinel.
Oh.
So you may hit it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You use your reaction to stab at it.
20 to hit.
20 hits it. So it takes 6 points of piercing damage.
And its movement becomes 0.
Yep, but it still makes it to Kaizan. I can do maths. Yep, there we go. Okay. Well, we're starting off with a hell of a start. That was a natural 20 on Kaizan.
Oof.
Don't let it bite you.
Yeah, it did. That one hit me.
Okay. That is going to be 36 points of slashing
What the
and
fuck?
14 points of necrotic. And I would like you to roll me a d6, please.
Yo, I'm dead. Oh, wow.
1. Okay. Alrighty then. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Alrighty. As you feel it bite you, it's a weird sensation, but it almost feels like you feel almost disjointed from magic and the world around you. You feel almost like you're sometimes a little sluggish, sometimes very fast. Basically, for the next 4 rounds, your speed is random. At the start of your turn, roll 3d20, and that is your speed for that turn.
Okay.
That is its turn. And Kaizad, roll 3d20.
3d20.
Your speed for this turn is
Oh,
19.
Okay, alright.
Oh,
Casual
that's
trip to the
fucking
library, they
fun.
said.
It'll be
Reading
fun,
is fun, they
said.
said.
Yeah, just gonna back it up.
Okay, are you just engaging or just walking away?
No, I'm just walking away.
Alright, it's gonna try and attack you.
Defensive tactics.
Ooh.
Opportunity attacks are made against me have disadvantage.
Alrighty.
As
That's
I
gonna be an
escape
11
the
to
horde.
hit.
That will miss.
Alrighty, you scoot away.
Alright, 5.
That's 5,
10.
10,
15. 19.
I'll allow it. Okay,
Alright,
you make it to there.
Yeah, cast Hunter's Mark
On the creature.
on Yeah.
No worries, done.
And yeah, he's gonna take some shoots.
Take some
Pew-pew.
shoots.
Sure. How like big is this creature?
It is a medium creature. It is a human-sized, ghostly purple insect.
Okay.
Thanks.
We'll do this. Yeah, just shoot without sharpshooter. 15 to hit.
15 on this creature is a miss.
Oof.
All
Uh-oh.
right.
You do see,
one
because
more.
I will say, you do see because you were close to it, you can see that there are several collars wrapped around it. All with metal inscriptions in them. Just said that earlier.
Okay.
If you want to retract anything because of that, you may do so.
So there are collars with what again? Sorry?
Metal plates on them, which from your distance within 5 feet of it, you would have been able to tell had magical insignias on them.
Okay. Yeah, just shoot again.
Shoot again.
Yo.
That's a
Another
miss.
15.
Sorry, that's a no.
Yeah, that bite kind of messed me up. Yeah, that's
Safari
good.
in the background. Don't let it bite you.
Comes over, instantly bites me. Oh well. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Shivari.
All right. So she'll move here to get a better advantage of it, and then she's going to focus on the purple centipede thing
Mm-hmm.
with the intent of causing fear to it, but then that fear manifests into black tentacles that pop up.
Ooh. All right. I
So
assume
I didn't put in
Evarts.
Yeah,
Nice.
it didn't put in the spell description.
All right. So either way, it's a Dex save. And
Yeah.
what else
I
happens to it?
will re-put that in because it didn't have the text on it.
Okay. Lucky damage is the same, so that's very convenient. All right. So for
Yeah.
starters, make a 20-foot square around it, where you wish that to be
Yeah.
placed. Affected area for the first time on a turn, or starts to turn there. So when it hits it, okay. It rolled a 15, so it's going to take the full damage. 15 points of bludgeoning.
20-foot square. Okay, how do I want to do that?
So it's just going to be 20 foot on each side. So that's 20, or that's 20, and then just draw that on each side.
That. 5, 10, 15, 20. I think that's 20 by 20.
Hang on, I'm trying to remember how to link. Because how do you link an arrow so that it draws at a right angle? Do you remember?
You right click.
Ah, yes, thank you. So it's
That's
going to
pretty.
be that square. So draw that as a square.
That?
Shape square.
That shape is a square, and then that square you drawn.
That.
Yeah.
There.
Nice. And now you can just move that to where you want it to be.
Okay.
Not the tiny ones.
Probably put it, like right there, so it's just catching it, not
Okay.
anybody else.
Sounds good. All right, so it takes 15 damage, and it is
Yeah.
restrained.
Yep.
Alrighty, let me give it a restrained icon. Let's go with a big old net. I missed a big old net. There we go. Cool. Alrighty, that is your action.
Yep. She won't do anything for her bonus action, but she will move back slightly to behind.
Okay,
Right there.
you move back there. Leonhard von Griever.
Okay, so just to be safe, so the purple thing is the centipede, and what's the other thing down below?
The other thing is, from what you can see, well, you currently can't see, but it is a amalgamation of mangled limbs and flesh.
Gotcha.
Lots of
Okay.
tentacles, lots of limbs, lots of gross.
Okay, so first off, Leonhard, after seeing that Kaizen just got hella bruised,
Mm-hmm.
mumbles. This is the time. Glutatius, I call upon thy glory.
Yes! Wonderful battle we shall do together, Leonhard! Swing me at your enemies!
And then he goes next to Woof and tries to hit it with his new weapon.
You get
Give
Wolf's
advantage.
pack tactics!
Very nice.
Good to have you back, Wolf.
Montage.
18 is a hit on this thing.
Good.
Alrighty, 6 points of damage. And do you have the magic bonus? Yes, you do. Feels good. Nicey.
Yep.
That's hit number 1. Oh, you also had yeah, you also have advantage because
let
it
me
is
see.
restrained anyway. But either way, advantage.
Yeah.
Lots of advantage.
So there is no bonus damage on this thing, right? It's just the bludgeoning.
No, there is no bonus damage unless you natural 20 or you're fighting a hated enemy.
Exactly. Okay. Good.
Wait, is the mace only 1d6?
It is a mace, yes. It's a one-handed weapon.
Oh, one-handed mace. Okay.
Yeah.
So he still gets his shield out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a little bit low on the damage, but it could be hitting big. Okay, so for the second attack, we're gonna do. Man, there's so much stuff to choose from now. Freaking level 7. You know what? We're just gonna do a normal one.
Alright, normal attack with advantage.
Normal attack with advantage.
That's going to be a miss.
Oh,
Okay. And that's that.
Okay. The Mangler is going to make its way up to Woof
no, boy.
and is going to make some claw attacks. Actually, I guess it's going to open up with a flurry of claws.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Alright, on the bright side though, you guys missed out on its ambush because you all rolled higher than it except for Rosie. So, doesn't get those. Alright, so it's going to make 6 claw attacks against Woof
Oh,
What the hell?
for its flurry of claws.
That's a lot of clothes.
It's a lot of claws. Lots of claws. Alrighty. So, these are going to be, I'm just rolling them all in advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that is going to be 24 to hit.
Yep.
That is 11 points of slashing plus 8 psychic.
What the hell?
So
Okay.
the slashing is halved.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
So
second one,
that's minus 5.
5. See, no, it should be. It's always rounded down, so it's 5 plus 8
Yeah.
total.
Okay.
Okay, next one, 23 to hit.
Yep.
7 slashing plus 4 psychic, so a total of 7 damage.
Jeez.
12 to hit.
No.
22 to hit.
Yep.
12 slashing and 7 psychic,
Alrighty.
and 12 to hit,
Jeez. Nope.
and 11 to hit.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh my
The-
god, that's like half my health.
The creature leaps at Woof as Woof comes down, stabs it once. The creature leaps forward and with 6 arms lunges out and just lays into Woof, just clawing. And Woof, as you feel every touch of it, you can feel the almost screams and just sounds, noises, almost words in your head as each one hits. That's its turn. Rosie.
I don't know if Rosie's gonna do much. I think she might just hang back with Emmy and protect Emmy.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. Okay, Woof.
Alright. Oh, well, this thing has to be dealt with, definitely. So I'm gonna hit it.
Alrighty, hit it.
Alright. recklessly again, so you'll have your first attack against me with advantage.
Okay.
Alrighty. 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits. 11 points of
Alrighty,
slashing.
11 points, and then we're gonna hit it again.
Schmack.
Smack it.
Oh,
Natural
20.
20. Nice.
Nice.
Damn.
24 points of damage. It's starting to look a little shaky. You just, yeah, you chunked it.
I'm not even excited anymore. I'm just angry. Hurt. My face hurts. My back hurts. My sides hurt. My thighs hurt.
Alrighty. Is that your turn?
That's me.
Alrighty. The insect-like thing.
I think it takes a creature that started restrained in the area
Yep,
and is
so it's,
already restrained takes 3d6.
So if you could roll that for me, please.
Yeah.
Let's go.
3d6.
6.
6 damage.
It's summoned. Alrighty, so it's going to now use its action, I believe, to try and break the restrain.
Yeah, I can use its action to make a strength or dexterity check
It's going to go strength.
against my spell DC save.
Okay, that's going to be an 18.
That makes it.
Okay,
DC was 16.
it's going to scoot. It's going to scoot out of that gap right there. Oh, woof. Oh no, wait, you reckless the first round, so yeah, that still counts. Okay. Never mind, I was done. Okay, it can't attack because it's used its action already. So that is it. Kaizan!
All right. Arrows
Fire in the
at
hole.
the centipede.
Arrows at the centipede.
Yep. 26.
26 hits.
All right. Plus Hunter's Mark.
Yep, here we go.
Plus 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage done to this thing. Big hit.
Second shot.
It's not restrained anymore, so I'm going to remove the thing.
30 to hit.
30 is a
Oh
hit.
god. Jesus takes no
No, you know what?
himself.
30 misses.
Divine intervention.
Alright, that's
17 points of damage.
Yep, sounds
And
good.
Kaizen will drink a healing potion.
Pretty good idea.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
good. Alright, 2d4 plus 2.
For 8.
Alright, do you want to move?
Oh yeah, I need to roll.
Oh yeah, roll 3d20.
52.
Your movement is 52. This is round 2 of your movement.
There we go.
Okay, just straight up. against
Kaizen
the
goes back
bookcases
to
against
home,
the
buys a
door.
soda pop, and then comes back.
Yep.
Alrighty, Shivari.
Alright, I have a question on how this would work. So, if I moved here
Mm-hmm.
between Wolf and Leonhardt,
Yes.
and I used Eldritch Blast and hit, I have Repelling Blast, which knocks them away by 10 feet.
Yes.
Would that go that way? Or, like, into the...
It would go diagonally away from you into the thing, so it would go one space diagonally. You would have disadvantage on the attack because you were within 5 feet and it is a ranged attack.
Alright,
Also, it's a spell, which also would give you disadvantage, so...
right. I want to try it with a disadvantage. Kind of want to try it with disadvantage. I'm also kind of then not a great position if I don't do it. You
You're
know
already
what?
there.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna
Alright.
Eldritch Blast with disadvantage.
Go for it. That
Like that.
hits! Okay,
Mm.
so for starters, it
One
takes
force damage.
1 point of force damage.
Yeah, and then
But it is
I'll
pushed
post-
10 feet back, right?
Yeah, I'll post it into chat.
I am aware of it because I made a character with it yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 2 days
Noise,
ago.
Noise.
Yeah,
10
push
feet
10
away.
feet away from you in a straight line. It's back in the thing. Okay, so when it
Alright.
starts its turn there, or when it enters for the first time, so yeah, it's entered for the first time, so it needs to make a dex save.
Damn, Shivari with the plays.
Mhm.
That is going to be a 19, though.
Okay.
So it's
does
not
it take
restrained, but it
half?
still takes damage, I believe, or half damage.
A gun. Da-da. Does not say if it takes half damage. Unless I am not reading.
When a creature enters the affected area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed in a dexterity saving throw or take. Yeah, no, so it takes no damage and it isn't restrained.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Good. But then on its turn, it'll have to do it again.
Yes, it will.
Turn.
Alrighty.
And then for second attack, does she have sight of Mr. Yikes next to Woof?
Yep.
All right.
It has sight of you too.
Yeah, going to disadvantage attack that as well with her other Eldritch
Second
Blast.
beam.
Disadvantage. 15.
That is enough for this thing.
Nice.
You
And
give it a
it's
wallop. It
not
can only move
cool.
back this far, but it is pushed
That's
10
fine.
feet away. It is pushed 5 feet away, and you do 1 point of damage to it.
And took 20 feet to move there. She will move back 10 feet.
Alrighty.
I used
Nice.
25, sorry. I miscounted.
Okay.
Alright,
Leonhardt.
her turn.
So Leonhardt will scooch over here.
Okay.
Before he gets ready to make his attack, though, he will shout out to Kaizen using Commander Strike, so he forgoes his first attack, his first own attack.
Mm-hmm.
Spends
So-
one superiority dice.
So
Doing
kind
it.
of
And
lost the Fate Eater.
will then shout to Kaizen, "You think we're gonna let that GM outscale you?"
Alright, that's a hit.
All right.
And we're gonna have the bonus damage.
Plus 1. Does my claw? No, I don't think Colossus.
Yeah,
comes back
that's on
to
your
next
turn.
turn.
Hunter's Mark is.
Yeah,
So that's
Hunter's Mark does.
10.
15 total.
No, wait, isn't Hunter's Mark only once per turn, or is that every hit? I think it's every
No,
hit.
it's
every
Hunter's
hit.
Mark is
Yeah.
every hit.
Yeah,
Colossus
okay,
is
so
one.
that's 10, so that's
per
15 total.
turn.
With the help of Leonhardt.
Yes.
Nice,
Nine.
nice.
15 to the centipede.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And that was
Guys, I was like ready, just like arrow notched. Leonhardt gave the word, let it fly instantaneously.
So that was the bonus action, and my normal attack now goes onto the pile of meat, whatever that is.
I'll give you names. The purple thing is a Fate Eater. The red thing is a Starspawn Mangler.
Starspawn Angler. Damn.
You have advantage.
Yeah, and
You have advantage.
Leonhardt tries a new trick called Goading Attack,
Ooh.
and tries to hit the creature. And
Yeah,
if
you gotta try and
the
hit it
hit
first.
lands, then it's basically almost like a taunt. It has disadvantage whenever it attacks a target that's not Leonhardt.
Till the end of your next turn. Alright, well, try and make the attack. You have advantage with Woof's help
That's true.
from Pack Tactics.
21.
21 hits.
We're gonna add the bonus damage.
Yeah, you get a superiority dice bonus.
Whoops.
That
Oh,
doesn't look right. How's that happen?
Nope. No, there we go.
There we go. Oh, D1D8. There you
Yeah.
go. Well, you rolled the 8, so that is 12 points of damage to this thing.
Yeah. And
It's starting to
Leonhardt,
look real shaky.
probably in unison with his new weapon, Glotatius, is just taunting that thing, say, "You think you get away with this? Now you're fighting a real opponent."
Exactly. Have you seen this man? He's glorious, and the weapon he's holding it has no equal. All right, that your turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
That is my
Starspawn
turn.
Mangler is going to roll to see if it gets back its flurry of claws. It does not, so it's just going to make 2 claw attacks against Leonhardt.
Oh, sorry. The thing also needs to do a wisdom save first, and only if it
Oh.
fails it, then it gets the. Well, if it attacks Leonhardt, it doesn't matter. but-
Yeah, super fail. It failed anyway, natural 1. Alrighty, so claw attack on Leonhardt. So that is going to be a 10
Miss.
and a 26.
That hits.
Wolf, do you want a sentinel?
Close to my turn. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you may make an attack as well. Alrighty, so,
So I get a counterattack?
No, Woof gets to hit it as it tries to hit
okay,
you.
okay.
Woof also hits 13 points of damage, so
Nice.
Leonhard,
Nice.
you take 9 points of slashing.
Good.
You do not take the psychic because it did not have advantage on attacking you. Woof, how do you want to kill it?
Oh, okay. I see go for Leonhardt, and I'm just like, that's enough, and I.
Just give it a big old stab. So Leonhard, it gets
Yeah.
one slash off your shield, deflects off. The second one comes in and slices you, and you prepare for the next one as you saw what it happened to Woof. Then you lower your shield, and Woof's pike is just through one of its many throats. Woof pulls back, and the creature falls to the ground. You can see it right now. Whatever was holding it together is gone. It's just melting into a pool of flesh.
Nice.
Gross.
Gross indeed.
Good hit, Woof.
Oh, heck, you Leonhardt.
Alrighty.
Leonhard whispers to his mace, that still counts as ours.
Of course, Leonhard. Our story will be the one that is told.
Damn! Fucking clap on me!
Rosie.
Rosie will continue to protect Emmy,
Okay.
holding
Sounds
her action
good.
by anything that comes near.
Sounds good. Woof.
Alright, well, now that guy's dead, I'm gonna run over here and I'm gonna give him the stabs.
Give him the stabs.
Yeah.
Stab, stab.
Recklessly.
Okay.
Do I want you to attack? Yeah, I do. I really do.
Alright. Get it.
25 to hit.
25 is easily a hit. 12 points of damage.
16 to hit.
Just enough. Also hits.
Great, great.
Another 11 points of damage.
Nice.
Alrighty, big chunk into
That's me.
this thing. Alrighty. Fate Eater makes a dex save at the start of its turn. That is going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alrighty. It's gonna crawl out and say hello to Woof.
Whew.
Alrighty. Single bite with advantage thanks to
Reckless attack.
thanks to
Yep.
Reckless. Okay, it did not nat 20, so you're not going to have to worry about the spectral bite, but that's still going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
That is 28 points of slashing, half to
What the
14,
heck? Oh, thank God.
and 10 points of necrotic.
Oh!
Oh. Yikes.
Maybe I should
Don't
stop
let it
doing that.
bite you.
Alrighty. Kaizan.
Okay. Oh, I didn't add my healing potion. Healing. Boop. There we go.
No
Okay.
worries.
All right. I gotta roll 3d20.
Mm-hmm.
33.
30 move? Basically 30.
Yeah, I guess just taking a couple of shots at this centipede thing.
Also, if I miss some maths, everyone is fine. Don't worry about it. Whoop. I'll remember next time. Alright, take some shots.
All right. 30 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Why won't this won't go away? I scrolled over like the number 30. It's the thing that's blocking the damage number. Let me refresh.
No worries.
Okay. 16.
16 plus.
Oh, I gotta reopen my character sheet.
Wah, wah.
Hunter's Mark and Colossus Slayer. So
Alrighty, that is 18.
21.
21. Jesus.
Nice.
Alright.
and then second shot, 22 to hit
That's a hit.
for 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage. Alrighty. Okay, big hits onto it. Big
Okay.
chunky hits.
Yeah, because then we'll stay put.
Alrighty. Shivari.
Shvari will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then Pia. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Get back in the tentacles. Back in the tentacles.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's not a hit. That's a miss.
Roll me another d20 on a 2 or lower. It's hitting Wolf. Okay, you're fine.
That was close.
I can't take any more damage right now, especially damage that isn't slashing, piercing, or bludgeoning.
Alright, next.
And the tentacles, I'm pretty sure, are
Team
bludgeoning, so that wouldn't be so bad.
24.
24! That is a hit. Back in the thing it goes.
9 force damage.
9
Wait,
force
that's OP.
damage. It's so good.
It's actually nuts.
It's so good. You want to know the best bit? There's another invocation that lets you reduce whoever you hit their movement speed by 10 feet. So you can knock someone back 10 feet and reduce their speed by 10 feet every turn.
Holy moly.
It is the ultimate kiting ability. You're just RPing Jaina with a knockback at that point. Alright, 9 points.
Yeah.
Mass. Okay. Alrighty. It's back in. Deck save from it. It's fine.
Okay. Alright, that's Shivari's turn.
Leonhardt.
Leonhard turns to Shavati and asks, Shavati, I cannot enter this area without getting hurt myself, can I?
No. Don't want to enter that, no.
In that case, he raises his arm and says, Kaizen, shoot that thing! Command a strike once again.
Pew pew.
Oh, pew pew.
Yes, pew
Pew
pew.
Pew
Oh
pew,
yeah,
that's you.
murder. Hit.
Pew pew and
Nice.
12.
Nice.
20
20.
points of damage.
Biggest of oofs. Big chunky damage. It's still up though.
Then Leonhard walks next to Woof. Guess my maze isn't as long as yours. And just gets ready, braces for impact.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, you can't ready an attack 'cause you've used your action, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
He uses bonus action.
If he has one, but you can't ready an attack with bonus action. If you have a bonus action,
Yeah,
to use.
my bonus action was Command a Strike, basically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
yeah,
misunderstood.
I
thought,
see.
I thought you still had your action because you command or strike as a bonus
No,
action.
when you make the attack action on your turn, you can forgo one of your attacks
Oh.
and
Oh,
use your
I
bonus
see.
action. So
Oh.
it's really good, but
Comes at a
Fair
price.
enough.
use a lot of resources. Alrighty, cool. Rosie, same as usual.
Yep, same thing she's been doing.
Woof. Get him, Woof.
Alrighty, I'm gonna hit it, not recklessly this time.
Okay.
Alrighty. Oh, nice!
That's a hit.
Jeez.
Oh
It's
my
not
god,
looking
damage is
good.
potatoes though.
It's not looking good.
Alright, we're gonna hit it again.
Hit it again.
16.
That's a hit.
Oh!
Burning it down.
That's me!
Alrighty. It's gonna make a dex save. It's gonna fail a dex save.
Ooh.
So it is restrained
Takes
and takes 3d6.
13.
It's very low. It's gonna use its action to cast Blink.
Oh.
And then at the end of its turn, it rolls a d20.
What?
Okay, what does that
Okay.
actually mean? 11 or higher, yep. Alright, with that, it disappears. This does mean it's technically unrestrained, as it has left this plane of existence temporarily.
What? Can't do that. You want to kill it.
I think
It has-
that's hacking, actually.
It has displaced the CC. He has Phoenix teleported the route. Alrighty,
Shit.
that's its turn.
Flying belts
Kaizen.
are OP.
God, such a stupid video. I love it.
Uh, moving. Oh, I gotta roll 3d20. I think it's the last turn that I gotta roll 3d20. 50 feet of movement.
50 feet
Nice.
of movement. Nice.
Speedy.
So speedy.
Just go like here, and then just ready an attack action for when it shows back up. If it shows back up.
Okay, no worries. Oh, question. Can anyone see into the ethereal plane? I know some warlocks have a thing that can do that.
Mhm.
Okay, never mind.
Haven't learned that one yet. No.
Alrighty, so you move up to there, and then ready an
Yeah.
attack action was that?
Yeah, for if it shows back up in my sight and range.
Is this the last turn of your movement stuff? I believe
Yeah.
it was 4 rounds. Cool. So after this turn, on your next turn, your speed will return to normal. Okay,
Cool.
Shivari.
Shivari will move up next to the party and I guess ready an Eldritch Blast for if it appears.
Okay. Oh man, this poor thing. Alrighty, that's Shivari. Leonhardt.
Leonard would just run over here and be like, "Where did it go?" Fight.
Alrighty. If you want, you can try and make a perception to see where it went.
Sorry?
If you want, you can try and make a perception check to see where it went as your action.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Okay. That is a 12. It's gone. You have no idea where. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. Rosie. Oh, Leonhardt, sorry, do you have a bonus?
No.
Okay, Rosie.
Rosie's doing her thing, just protecting
Rosie's doing
him.
a thing. Okay, Woof.
All right, I'm gonna pull out one of the Madron javelins, test its balance, see it seems all right, and wait to see where this thing is, and I'm gonna throw it at it.
Alrighty. On its turn, which is now next, at the beginning of its turn, it reappears at one spot within 10 feet of where it disappeared. It's going to choose here. Everyone with a ready to attack may take an attack at it.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Kill it!
Ooh.
Oh,
25,
yes.
25 and 20 hit. 16 plus
Ooh.
2
Plus
plus
5.
10. So hang on, that is
33.
33 points of damage. How do the two of you want to do this?
Hey. I imagine like the blast comes out, the arrow like meets with the blast, and so it's like the force of the fucking Eldritch Blast,
What is it?
and
Is
the
it-
arrow just.
What is it? It's javelin. It's javelin arrow, not a.
The
Eldritch
blast
missed.
Oh, the blast missed.
Oh,
Eldritch
really?
That's
arrow.
awkward.
Blast pushed forward the arrow in the
Yeah,
javelin.
The
Yeah,
javelin.
there
The
we
trajectory
go.
of the blast made the arrow. thing. So while the,
The
blast
arrow and the-
missed, the
the
arrow
arrow and the
struck
javelin.
true.
The arrow and the javelin come out. They're aimed at where it was. They didn't have too huge amount of time to turn, but the Eldritch Blast comes through and pushes them with enough speed to land into the back of this creature. And the creature,
And the heads stick out like nipples.
they do absolutely. It collapses to the floor dead. And
Nice.
I think as we're just about to hit 11, we can pick up with looting and working out what to do with this thing. Next time, Kaizen, your movement speed returns to normal.
Alright.
Can pick up next time. So yeah, for those, if you're interested, this thing is it's called a Fate Eater. For out of
that's,
character stuff,
Very interesting.
it's very silly. Basically, if it natural 20s you, which is on its first turn and then failed to do every turn afterwards, a random effect happens to you, which can include being confused for 1d4 rounds, having your movement speed randomed, you permanently lose one proficiency in a random skill and gain another one. Another random skill.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, you lose one class ability chosen at random.
Oh no.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, you would lose. You can lose 1 point from a randomly chosen ability score, or your character's current hit point total becomes their hit point maximum.
Yikes.
So if
Yikes.
that had hit Kaizan
Yikes,
and Kaizan had
yikes,
rolled a
yikes.
6, Kaizan's hit points would have become what was it? How much did you heal by? 8. Kaizan's hit points would have become
yeah.
16. His maximum hit points would have been 16 until he was affected by a greater restoration spell.
Oh, God.
That would have been something.
This thing
So
is brutal. But you got an easy
Don't
bit.
let
Oh, my
it
sword!
That thing did
Don't
like
let it bite
50
you.
damage to me turn 1.
It did.
I
It
told you,
really
don't
can
let it
chunk.
bite you.
It really can chunk. But yeah, I was wondering like if you guys would strategize around it, but you just kind of stood in the doorway talking. Oh dear. But no, super fun. Good to have Woof back, either temporary or otherwise. Love Sartre, love Woof. Good to have both of them. Good to have everyone back. Good to be
Yeah.
back. Once again, we won't be here next week, everyone. But we will hopefully be back the week after that, and I'll probably be in another house. Who knows? Not even mine. Just find a house. Just move in, move a PC there. Alrighty, so
Come
To-
stay with me.
I will be. So there might be a stream from America in the future. We'll see.
Yeah.
Alrighty. For now, though, what's everyone up to in the next coming week? Let's start from the top this time and say, hey, Crowan, what are you up to in the next week? 2 weeks, I guess, because we
Oh.
don't have one next week.
Yeah, so in a few hours we'll be doing
Yeah.
the Heroes Hearth TFT Fight Night. First time that's going on. A little family and friends edition, and then we'll be hopefully in the future inviting more people on. Want to make it a thing that's I think bi-weekly. So
Nice.
yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow as well, and then I'll be heading off to Gen Con for a few
Ooh.
days. That's why I will not be present for Monday next week,
Nice.
because that's when I fly back.
Are you going to cosplay?
Yeah. I'm not, personally, no. One day in the future, maybe I'll cosplay something. It's always been like, yeah, that'd be cool to do, but that's way too much effort to actually do.
Off the top of your head, who would you cosplay?
Okay, either off the top of my head, maybe Gilmore from Critical Role.
That would be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to, maybe that.
Can you give me your best Gilmore?
If you ever need help, I make cosplay props.
What's
She
the
does.
shop name? It's like Gilmore's
Glorious Goods.
Why yes, welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Love
There
it.
we go.
Alrighty, sounds
Yeah,
good.
that's that. And then
Um,
once I return from Gen Con, I'll have an exciting announcement, but that'll have to wait until then.
Ooh, mysterious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Do you want to let people know what channel the Teamfight Tactics stuff will be on?
Yeah, twitch.tv/Heroes Hearth.
Sounds good. They supported Heroes, they're supporting Warcraft and Kendrick, even, and now they're supporting Teamfight
True.
Tactics. Supporting all the old Heroes crowd. Feels good. So make sure to check them out and support them. Alright, Dixie, what are you up to in the next 2 weeks other than the sadness that is happening tomorrow?
Besides crying, well, work, so crying. Playing some Dota Underlords. We're gonna have another DOA stream on Saturday, so tune into that. Come see my cute little alert. It's super adorable. You guys will love it. Yeah, lots of D&D going on. That's pretty much it, but good stuff. I'll be moving, so not a whole lot. Hopefully I'll be able to start streaming once I get to my new house and our internet isn't like a potato stuck to a wire.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Alrighty, Kendrick, what you up to, yo?
So I'll be playing more Dota 2 this week, trying to get good at the game. So that's the one MOBA I've never played.
Nice.
Did play Dota 1, so though that helps a little bit. Then I'm gonna be streaming some more Dota Underlords, some Heroes this week, and soon I'll be embarking on a summer vacation. But that is
Ooh.
in 3 weeks from now, so it's still a
Nice.
little while.
Sounds good.
So there will be, let's see, actually, how many sessions am I going to miss with this? 2, I believe. Damn.
Alrighty. Well,
So
we'll
it'll be
work it out.
Monday, 19th of August and 26th.
Okay, we'll work out around it. We'll work it
Although
out.
maybe I could do a super cool like holiday session. I'll take my laptop with me.
Ooh, that could be fun. And
Yeah.
if not, I'm sure I can work out. So we don't miss too many. I'm sure I can work out some kind of one shot for the players. Maybe invite in a guest
Yeah.
or two. We'll see what we can do. Just
That'd be
just to
fun.
fill the time. Sounds good. Also, I know I've mentioned it to you before, Kendrick, but have you watched the Dota 2 Reporter?
No, I haven't actually.
I would very much recommend it. It's by Ronchi, the guy who makes a lot of the Hearthstone animations
Is that
now
on
for
YouTube?
Blizzard. It is. There's three.
They're
in
really
the-
funny.
There's 3 and a bit seasons. Early ones are a little rough because it's the beginning
Oh.
of stuff. It's an animated comedy, basically, about games of Dota. I think it's
Is it
wonderful
still
and hilarious.
continued?
No, unfortunately not. But there's enough back catalogue there to fill a reasonable amount of time. Like I said, there's
Okay,
3
let
and a
me
bit
subscribe
seasons.
to this guy right now. Okay,
Yeah,
done.
Ron, he makes a lot of the Hearthstone animations as well. He just makes good stuff. Ronchi's good. Yay,
Nice.
Ronchi. Alrighty. Alright, and Faye, what are you up to in the next 2 weeks?
Well, as Crow mentioned, we have Team Fight Tactics, the fight night that I'll be playing in tonight. So
How long
there's
is it until that
that.
starts?
From
3
now, it's in
hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
So I'll be playing in that, and then rest of the week will basically just be streaming TFT because I play that game a lot. Hunting
Nice.
for tournaments to play in, and then the week after that, I think on Monday it's gonna be the Goon Show, except Crowan won't be there since he'll be in general. But everyone else will be there for that, and then the rest of the week is just streaming TFT.
Fair enough. Sounds good. I am move 1 out of 2, so I will be streaming as best I can. I will be streaming as best I can in the gaps between moving tomorrow. Definitely not, because more moving to do and cleaning up the old house, and then I've got to move again, so that's fun. But I'll stream anytime I can, any gaps I can find between all of this moving stuff, but that's literally currently my only plan other than doing my absolute darnest to make sure that I am there for Jinxie's next session. And also hang out with Jinxie for a couple more hours that we have together. Hooray.
Nice.
But I think I think it's safe to announce, because I booked the flights, I am going to visit Jinxie. So I will be doing something from
Yay!
I will be doing maybe some stuff from America, because my phone also has I switched network providers to one that also allows me to use all my data in America. So maybe I can do some uploads or something. IRL stream perhaps
IRL
we find something
stream.
good.
Pog.
Maybe
IRL,
I've-
just all the food we're gonna eat.
Absolutely. I really wanted to do an IRL stream while Jinxie was here. There's a bird of prey place we've mentioned before. The signal there sucks. So I'm going to film it, and then I'll upload it to YouTube at another... I'll upload it on Twitch during a stream at another time. So just play it on there. But there's some cool-ass birds. There's one called Blizzard. As I mentioned the
dick.
first time when it tried to attack us. But yeah, that'll be good. That'll hopefully be cool. But for now, everyone, I hope you've all very much enjoyed. I'm going to find someone to raid. And we will head off for the night. Thank you all very much for watching. And we'll see you all next time, whenever that may be. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.